Greetings, Internet at large! I am the DM, and I've come here for a monthly debate with a ginger idiot known as 4G. The big man himself, Unchancy Chris.
It's Rick, who is also present, who is not internet sensation Monty
Not yet.
What?
What?
You lied to me!
Why did you ruin my introductions?
Because I am not Monty
Because he is not Monty There is also...
This needed to be pointed out.
There is also a giant pair of tits in the room. There is Martin, but whether he'll speak is another matter entirely. And of course there's him.
Hi!
You get a normal introduction. Hello.
Yeah, I was going to say, hope everyone else goes down on the screen and I don't.
Okay then. Greetings, dear fellows! Welcome to Pandora!
I'm also not a WWE wrestler!
Look, this is what happens when you leave me to do introductions.
Yeah,
it can be arranged, we do have wrestling games.
That was a bit long-winded, yeah. Excuse me, my voice is hoarse as well. I've been to a music festival which is fucking awesome. And
not eating too many Tesco burgers.
Not eating burgers, no. An industrial music festival called Resistance. Awesome people, awesome bands. So, let's get this kicked off. The first step is a follow-up to last month. Remember mention the Deus Ex Human Defiance?
Yes,
Yes.
the film.
Yeah, it is actually the film, because we were debating whether it's a game or not, but it actually is officially the name of the film.
Oh, so go figure then.
Although it's pretty true, actually, there is actually going to be a Wii U port as well called Deus Ex: Human Revolution: The Director's Cut, and it actually is going to be so that's actually happening as well. So both were actually true.
Please buy the Wii U. We're going to give you lots of reasons to buy the Wii U. Please buy the Wii U.
I would really like it if you brought the Wii U.
Yeah, literally.
Please buy the Wii U.
All I've done is I've added like extra features on the gamepad. The graphics are a bit shinier. That's it. It's probably got all the DLC
Hang on, the graphics
packaging.
are shinier.
On the Wii U.
Yeah. Like, well, to be fair, Deus Ex came out. Human Revolution came out 2 years ago. So, yeah.
I still call fudge nuggets on that. But what the hell?
Yeah.
So there we go. The question has been answered.
But another interesting one to that as well, I didn't realise was they've actually trademarked another Deus Ex trademark.
Again?
Deus Ex The Fall. So that could be the new game.
So this Deus Ex thing, they're really trying to get Deus Ex going.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, the Human Revolution did do actually quite well, so yeah, in sales. Well, not amazingly well, but well enough to establish the franchise again.
So
when are we seeing the revenues from the marketing for Deus Ex?
I don't know.
We will get onto this immediately.
I'm feeling like we're the marketing campaign.
Yeah. Give us our money. IDOS Montreal, we're promoting you. Give us money. Yeah. Next up, this might be Phil's turn to rant, but there's been a lot revealed about the new Thief game. What do we think about this, Phil? What do we think of this?
I know no other game is worthy of the so-called stealth genre that apparently has gone missing ever since Thief, because Thief is the elite awesome of stealth ever.
That's my impression of Rick. What do you think?
It was very
Pretty
accurate.
Look, Thief is the epitome of stealth, and now all we're hearing is, okay, you can have like things that tell you where the jewels are, and like it will focus on combat, which is not the point of it. You're supposed to run away and hide.
Yeah, isn't that the point? Like, you're supposed to, you're not supposed to go guns blazing. Yeah.
I want to point out that I haven't seen anything to do with it, even though I meant to, but he's sounding a lot like Assassin's Creed.
Judging by the early concept art and the rumours, it's actually turned out to be more like Dishonored. Which
So Thief started production first.
I'm sorry, but. Yeah, I know. If you could see Marty's face, it's magnificent. It's like a frogfish. Derp.
We also sponsor Frogfish.
Yeah, but it is just... Why are you dumbing it down? It is a literal dumbing down. And they're even getting rid of the supernatural elements.
Well, okay,
there's nothing worse than in Thief than going, la 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 la, okay, sneaking, why the fuck's there a zombie? Shit, how do I deal with this? Arrow to the head, doink! No, that did nothing. Oh crap! Holy water!
I mean that appears to be kind of what, as far as I can see, at least, like the kind of focus of gaming these days. Like everything's being dumbed down. Like everything's too simple now and too easy. So like,
because they're appealing to a younger audience and an older audience, and both of them don't know shit.
But the thing about Thief is, in a way, I can see why they're doing what they're doing, but I think what they're going to do is do that for the general main populace, and then what they're going to do is have a harder mode. I mean...
What, you mean a bit like XCOM, where they just went, yeah, here's original mode, prepare to die.
Yeah, I think that's what they could do. For example, like, I mean, Eidos Montreal, again, Eidos Montreal overseeing the development of the new Thief game, and Deus Ex Human Revolution had features that were, like, dumbed it down a bit, but you could turn them off if you wanted to.
Oh, okay.
So basically, like,
I do hope so. As long as we don't end up with a Hitman Absolution, because that got be silly.
It did have the, it did have the highlight objects feature in Deus Ex, but you could turn that off, stuff like that, you know, and like turn off objective markers, so you know it was more like the original.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I suppose in games these days, would like that. It's kind of like, yeah, we've got all these systems to make it easier, but you don't have to use them.
Yeah, I mean, if it's optional, it's fine. I think personally, it's going to work more freeform in that sense.
It is a bit silly where it's like, yeah, we're going to highlight stuff for you to steal.
I mean, even
it's a Thief game. If it moves, steal it. If it doesn't move, steal it. If
it's nailed down, steal the nails.
Exactly.
Pretty much that's Thief anyway. Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm intrigued to see how it turns out.
Thief or Dishonored 2 is.
I need to see more of it, to be honest, to be sold. But like, I'm sure it will be a good game.
It's just early rumours, but.
I never played any of the Thief games, but like, what was it that made it so stealthy? Like, and why has it got this rumours for like reputation for being stealth game incarnate?
Because you couldn't get into a fight ever.
Really?
Like, seriously, if you were discovered by the bog standard town's guard, you were fucked.
It was difficult in that sense.
You were
really
bent
difficult.
over and butchered horribly. You'd spend 3 hours trying to get round a room, just trying to figure out the right pattern and where you could hide.
So, a la, like, old-fashioned Splinter Cell games kind of thing. Like, you like, do not get into a fight, because I don't care who you are, there's more than them than you, and they have hurty guns, you will die.
Yeah.
No, it's not a case of more than them than you, it's just one guy could beat the crap out of you.
Well, no, that's, I mean,
that
even
was
it...
very true of like the original Splinter Cell.
I mean, exactly, like...
I mean,
yeah.
Obviously Splinter Cell came out, I'm assuming, after Thief. Like,
Yeah,
so
well after.
And it hasn't aged well if you play the first one.
No, even so, like, it hasn't, the new stuff hasn't developed well either. Like, it's, like, let's be fair, like,
Yeah.
It's gone from, okay, this is actually pretty clever, to what's this? I'm chasing a guy down in broad daylight. What? I'm smashing people's faces off of like urinals, and what am I doing? It's a Hollywood movie now. Ah!
Yeah, it's using movie logic, I think.
Yeah,
they're
it
getting
really
too
is.
cinematic, I think.
But look, Thief was just ideal because like you'd spend more of your time looking at the little gem in the bottom of your screen, making sure it was black, because that way you were stealthed.
Unless the floor gave you away.
Unless the floor, there was the floor.
There was also like surfaces. If you like walked on hard surfaces, more noise. So guards go, "Ha! Pray tell, there is Thief."
So could you upgrade your shoes to have softer shoes or something?
No,
There weren't upgrades. There was only guard in your face or no guard in your face.
Even by the third one, which like gave you like the ability to have like wall climbing gloves.
Yeah.
Which didn't really help you because like you climb this wall and you'd be like, aha! You can't see me up a wall. Oh wait, I'm next to a light source. Hey you! What are you doing up there? Oh god damn it! Run away! Every 5 minutes, run away! I mean, look, 3 like made the environments a lot tighter, which kind of worked to its detriment, unfortunately. But at the same time, you had a little bit of free roaming, as in the fact that between mission you could just like bugger off and go burgle someone's house.
Yeah, from what I've seen, the environments do look a bit more free roaming. From what I've seen of little bits of footage and screenshots, which is very good.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that'll like
More freedom, less focus.
Well, we'll see when it comes out. I mean, they did Deus Ex Human Revolution. I'm kind of biased. I admit I'm biased, so you know.
It's cool, brah. It's cool.
I know you've got that I Heart Deus Ex tattoo on your ass, but
dude, I'm pretty close. Believe me.
Well, no,
JC Denton in here, please.
Okay, but that's beef.
yeah, I will keep going on about this. But to be fair, like, how on earth they're going to make a fourth one, I don't know, because the end of the third one was a perfect tie-in to the very start of the first game. So like, it come full circle. So where the next they expect to pull a fourth one from?
I
I'm
think
not
it's probably
entirely
should be a
sure.
completely new story and everything.
Probably.
Sort of Garrett, but you know.
Well, yeah, it better still be Garrett.
Unless they're
It
doing
was
it as a
badass.
He
remake.
sounds kind of American now, though, for some reason, Americanish.
It wasn't really that English to start with.
That's fair enough then. That's fair enough.
No.
Anyway, the news for this month. Let's talk about the news stories, the top ones. First off, the new SimCity. Anyone heard the debacle about that?
Debacle.
Debacle, yeah, basically.
Debacle.
Debacle, yeah. My pronunciation shit, people.
Debacle.
Debacle!
Debacle.
Bagels.
I want bagels now. But anyway, SimCity, yeah.
Oh, I could go for some bagel.
But yeah, SimCity anyway. There were network issues because it was one of those games you had to be online for to play. And it's a whole Diablo 3 situation. The networks get hammered, no one can play the fucking game and to get back on.
Have you noticed how since they sorted that out, nobody's talking about it again?
Exactly, yeah, it's true, but beginning this month, it was
for
a big thing.
the first 2 weeks after launch, it was the biggest must-play game simply because it was so broken. And now they've fixed it, and nobody's fucking playing it anymore.
Exactly. I mean, I saw someone at work playing on the break, and I was talking to him about it, and he wasn't really impressed. But the funny thing about this issue is the online was integral to the gameplay, and they actually turned around and said that to have it offline would involve a ton of engineering. Literally, not even a day later after they said that, someone modded it and it was offline. You could play it offline.
Oh yeah, it's gonna take all this. It's gonna take blah blah blah. There we go, done.
More EA bullshit.
Awesome.
And you need Origin as well to play it, so that's even less of a reason to play it.
Like, what were the games that they offered in exchange? So I know
To be fair, that was pretty good. I think you got one free game, didn't you? But they were quite a good selection actually.
Yeah,
I haven't got them.
I was expecting some really shit games, and to be fair, there were some shit games in there like Bejeweled and SimCity Deluxe. But they offered like Modern Warfare or like Battlefield type games, really big.
Yeah, to be fair, that was a good compensation, but still, it shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, they are offering all sorts of isn't like Mass Effect in there, and all sorts of really good swanky games.
Yeah. So fair play to them.
But yeah, they did offer that, but still, the whole issue and the whole engineering thing was a blatant lie and a kick in the teeth.
How far apart were Diablo 3 and then Sims 3?
Sims 3?
SimCity.
Quite far. I mean, they're different companies as well, I might point out, but it was quite far. I mean, Diablo 3 was last year.
I mean, that's the thing. Surely they didn't learn.
Surely the industry could have learned from that.
Yeah, that was a pretty big flummox there. They didn't stop to think that maybe it might not work.
Especially.
There was this thing where none of the servers worked and it all went horribly wrong. Maybe we should double check all our servers are working.
Don't worry, it's cool. What could possibly go?
In Crash Ascension, it was EA, and EA do hate you.
Yeah.
You especially.
Yeah, except from now it's EAA because Activision are joining in on the EA party.
No, EA acquire everything.
Oh God, why? But there you go.
They've come a long way from Vigilante 8.
Have come a long way.
Hey, there's a game you haven't seen for a while.
God damn, they have. To be fair, they sorted it quickly, but still it shouldn't happen in the first place, and the whole online functionality is stupid, really. I mean, I can see why they want to do it, because you have other people's cities near you, and you've got to work together to do stuff, but it's not really that integral, so they could have done about it.
It's all the other Sim cities have worked perfectly well without online play.
Exactly, so it limits you more, your cities are smaller because of that. It's ridiculous, but anyway.
So, there you go. EA fucked up again. What's new?
Speaking of Battlefield-type games, by the way, has anyone seen the Battlefield 4 gameplay footage? They released 17 minutes of gameplay footage.
Fucking identical to Battlefield 3.
I would say the exact same thing.
Giving it the facelift.
No, they might have made it a little bit shinier here or there, but everything in it was just retarded.
Graphically, it looks amazing, but
this is what I keep saying, right? If Battlefield really truly wants to be a contender, at the moment it's a fucking sim game. It's not a fucking war game. All of the character is bland as shit. You listen to the things they say, as they're playing that video. There's no interest in any of the characters apart from the geezer who gets his leg chopped off, which, by the way, bullshit.
Yeah, and one knife, one clean cut with a combat knife, and his legs off. Is
really?
Yeah,
that is one hell of a combat knife.
His leg gets crushed under part of a building, and they're all the bones are broken, so you can just get rid of it in one go. So he whips out a regular combat knife and just goes, He literally does it off screen and just goes, psst, and that's it. His whole leg's off. Like, and it's just
Bullshit and chips.
yeah.
Realism!
Like, well, this is the thing. Is like,
Hang on, let me try this. So I'm just going to nip to the kitchen. Ian, sit still.
like Battlefield has an amazing game engine. It's one of the best game engines out there, but they don't have the staff to actually make a good, entertaining game out of it.
Yeah, it's just it's just a tech demo, really, essentially.
Yeah.
And what I see could just be a DLC or an expansion for Battlefield 3.
It's
It's basically
that's nothing more.
it's
it's
fucking
another new game that's basically a map pack.
yeah. It's essentially Saints Row all over again. Like Saints Row was originally meant to be a fucking DLC. Now they've turned it into a full game. Slightly understandable because the company went under and they just need to make a bit of money. But
But Battlefield?
But Battlefield, yeah, it's
like,
just
you'd
ridiculous.
Expect it
It's
to
been
be a
taken
big
over by
AAA
EA.
launch.
Battlefield is EA, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey!
It always was EA.
Yeah.
There you go! See? There's the problem!
Archetypes.
Well, this is the thing, is right. Like in the new
Edible
DLC
waffle?
for Black Ops 2, there is more character and personality in the fucking maps for the new Black Ops than there is in the whole of the Battlefield 3 17-minute demo.
But like I thought that was like Modern Warfare, like as I understand it, it's like it's more about the sort of the gameplay and whereas like Black Ops is more about the sort of the story and the character of it.
Like, this is the thing, is I'm struggling to find a good comparison between the two. I suppose the closest you could get is that it like Battlefield is Gran Turismo and Modern Warfare is like Need for Speed or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, whichever one's better out of the two is basically Call of Duty.
Yeah, well, no, it is by a mile. Like, you can run the stats against each other, and like Modern Warfare will win every time.
I just think with Call of Duty, like Call of Duty is always going to be the top one, always going to be for a very long time, and people need to stop trying to compete. They need to do their own thing.
This is the thing. There's been like 6 Call of Duty games since it came out, and that's 6 years worth of this game running non-stop, and it's not been even remotely touched by anything else in those 6 years.
Exactly.
Like, as the top dog, like, and like I think that speaks volumes for like the company behind it, putting in what gamers want, you know.
Yeah, true. I mean, personally, it's not my favourite game of all time, but it's just well advertised and well made. It's easy to pick up and play a game, and that's what people want.
I mean, that's the thing as well, like, because it's so unbelievably popular now, like, it's like you said, Ian, there's just going to be no shifting it now.
Exactly.
Well,
So
no,
people
Especially considering that, like, if the new sort of Battlefield is just not a joke, then it's probably going to start falling behind now.
Well, this is the thing, is you can never say that it's always going to be the top dog.
Well, you
Yeah,
can't say
I mean,
that, but...
Like, ultimately, it's going to get knocked off. Like, it's like Grand Theft Auto. Who would have thought Grand Theft Auto would have got knocked off the
I know,
top
yeah,
spot of
go figure.
sandboxes? But Saints Row did it.
Yeah, it's
You
quite
know,
mad,
like,
but fair play to them. But
they
the thing
came
is,
out
they
of
changed
nowhere.
their way. They changed it up and made it a bit crazier, and you know that it made it
Well,
different to what GTA is.
Yeah, but this is the thing, is like Modern Warfare is the Saints Row compared to like the GTA's
Battlefield, yeah.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. You know that you need to change it up. I mean, every shooter is trying to be like Call of Duty. You don't being Call of Duty by being Call of
I
Duty.
mean, again,
It's
can you
just be
blame
different.
them, though? I mean, like, with how
You can't
successful
really.
Modern Warfare is and all that, and Call of Duty, like, you know, something is clearly working there, let's try and emulate it, and then always kind of...
They don't have the money or the resources or the creativity
Yeah,
or
precisely.
the fan base, or like they just can't. But then again, you look at a game like Minecraft, that's a fucking bedroom game, and it's almost as popular as fucking Modern Warfare in terms of what it is.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I
it's
think it's just a
pretty
different
monumental itself.
Like, it's the same again, because like Minecraft's had that many fucking spin-offs as well. So also Minecraft's got a massive update coming up as well, which means the end's finally being introduced for the Xbox players.
Woo! About time.
Yeah, like
It
well,
means we can actually complete the game.
yeah,
Woo!
To be fair, there is a lot of fun to be had just
dicking around in it. Like,
sticking around forever. and
creative
ever.
mode is the best thing in the world. Like,
It truly is.
infinite TNT for
We're,
wins.
we're like 2 achievements away from completing it.
Yeah, and they're really stupidly easy ones. Like,
Look,
they just
befriend 5 wolves and
make
ride
it
a pig.
like, yeah, like, I mean, like, that's the thing, is like we don't really care about the achievements on this, like, but they're really easy and they're fun to do.
And for some reason, we still can't find that blue saddle. Like, every time it's like, where the hell is this saddle?
You know what we're gonna have to do? We have to go to the Nether, get some blaze rod, kills a few enders, and then make some of those pearls. Search for a fucking stronghold, and we'll find one down there. Like,
Yeah. Well, hopefully, just come across a random spawner in the hollow world.
Yeah, well, we have come across a few, but it's fucking hard to come across spawners. I wish there was a better way to come across them. But yeah.
Let me play for 5 minutes.
So
Yeah, that's true. Like Marty creates a world. It's just like a whole spawn on top of a spawner.
Pretty much.
Above ground.
I found like
In snow.
4 or 5 in one mine.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
But
Jesus.
talking of new games and releases and shit, have you seen this Kickstarter by Lord British?
Yes, he
I've
wants
actually
to
seen
make a new Ultima game.
Is it called like Shroud of the Avatar or something?
Yes,
Yes.
something to that effect.
What's an avatar?
And if there was anybody you could put your trust in to make a really diverse fucking multiplayer, well, not even multiplayer, RPG type game, it would be him. Like, he
Yeah, I
would
do
go,
trust
like-
Lord Bridge, to be fair. He's
But
quite fun.
He does sound a little bit like the guy who made the Fable games in his regards.
Peter Molyneux.
Oh,
It's going to be like this.
Yeah.
It's going to be like this. No, it's
like,
not.
if
It's
it-
not. You
yeah.
know,
It's not.
It-
I mean, like, I love it as well. Like, he kind of backtracked on himself right at the very end. It's like, yeah, we're going to make a game so where you develop the story how you want it,
Yeah.
and then like right at the end, he kind of went, yeah, we're going to have to make some kind of limitations.
Like the instant like I saw the trailer for this, my first thought was he goes, if it looks like you should be able to interact with it, you should be able to interact with it. And there was a cart, and I guarantee you're not going to be able to pick up the fucking cart and run around with it.
Oh no.
And so he's instantly shooting himself in the foot.
Yeah,
like,
You got to be careful what you promise, though. That's the thing. If you promise too much, then everyone expects a miracle, but you can't really do
But
that
that's,
in gaming.
but even that, I mean, you've even got to consider it's a Kickstarter thing, so it might not even happen at all.
No.
Exactly. Well,
So-
we're British, so I think you'll have some people kick off.
Yeah, like, and if anyone deserves to make a game these days, it's definitely us.
Yeah, speaking of RPG stuff, anyone interested in The Witcher 3?
The Witcher.
Yeah, they're making a third Witcher.
See, that's the thing. Like, The Witcher is something I've always been meaning to get into because it like I've seen like a few hours being played in the first Witcher, and it just seems like exactly the kind of game I'd love to play, but I've just never gotten around to playing it.
Yeah, well, I mean, the other Witchers are long enough as it is, but they promise this game will have 50 hours of gameplay, which is quite...
Not bad for kind of.
Bear in mind, these days, games are being shortened and shortened, so...
I mean,
that's
Is that a
pretty amazing.
30-hour tutorial by any
I
chance?
think that trend of shortening games has ended. Like, I mean, it's by no means over, but it's not in the
People are
same-
starting to notice now.
Yeah, it's starting to get
Yeah,
longer again.
Yeah, like,
there's starting
That's
to
a
be
good thing.
protests.
Definitely a
Yeah,
good thing.
like, I mean, I can't think of any game recently that came out that was like that in terms of like just being like 4 hours or less, or if it was worth it. It was just like an indie game or something.
I mean, I skimmed the features of The Witcher 3 as well. Apparently it's got no QuickTime events, which thank God I'm happy about. Bad my existence. And you don't get XP for killing enemies, but only for doing quests.
Interesting move.
It's
Just
interesting.
XP.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about it like it. It's good because, you know, I was sitting there, well, at the end of the day, it's like, you got to do this quest, you have to save the world. Oh, wait, I want to kill a few things, be right back.
Actually, it is true. It does prevent the player from just grinding.
Exactly, yeah, because,
Yeah.
you mean, you want to be involved, you want the player involved in this story, it's epic storyline, and, you know, be part of it. And yet they're just going to go out and start grinding.
However,
especially if they make it so that once you do a certain mission, it locks off other missions. It forces choice into them.
Exactly, yeah, like, you
so
know.
you might get sort of real variety in the standard of the character and what your character can do. Interesting.
But would that also force you to do side quests for the sake of
Well, that's the thing. That's going to be the downside. Like, you're going to be tied down to what you need
In a
to
way,
do, like-
it would be a downside, but you're still exploring more of the game's world and more what it has to offer instead of just killing stuff rather than missing these good side quests.
This is
You
the
know.
thing about like RPGs that I think is a really big subject matter that nobody's talking about is level caps. Like on
Yeah.
the one hand, level caps kind of make sense, but on the other hand, you take like honestly, I'm just going to reference Skyrim here. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Skyrim has a level cap of like 70 is your
81.
vanilla.
Vanilla 81.
Vanilla's
Oh,
81.
But
Like,
Exactly 81.
but
Yes.
like this
Well,
is
81 and a half.
this is kind of my point. Like, is the enemies don't vary, but their stats upgrade depending on what level you are. So what's stopping you from going up to 150 or 200, getting all the stats, and having the enemies chase you up those levels?
well, that's the thing. Like, with the new 1.9 patch was coming out, which has the same kind of hype as a sort of DLC would have. Like, it's basically going to remove the level cap.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to basically what you can do when you've mastered a skill.
Yeah.
You can reset it like a kind of Call of Duty Prestige mode.
Yeah.
So you set it down to level 15 with the skill. You get all the perks back that you had, but you keep those perks and you get to level up as you continue. So you basically there's no limit to what your character can even get to.
You see, that gives the game an absolute fuck ton more replayability and
Exactly.
variety, and
Yeah.
I think in RPGs they should be doing that a lot more, and I think that should become the standard, because level caps, like when you get a 10 level cap boost through DLC, it just feels like they've gone, well, we could have given you this in the first place, but we want a bit of extra money because you know
More
that
on
you're
that
going to
later.
pay for an extra 10 levels.
Yeah, just for the 10 levels, yeah.
Like, it's, like that I don't like.
Because
And,
Borderlands
this is
just
a
map.
free
I'll
patch.
that later.
like,
Yeah,
that'll-
free patch.
That would be good. Like, it will get me playing Skyrim again, because
Yeah.
at the moment I've just kind of left it by the wayside.
Yeah,
And I'm
definitely.
really pissed off because I got a great character,
And I was
never
like,
completed the fucking game, and I should have. Like, but
I was like,
Do you want to hear a bit of funny news, by the way, I read as well?
funny news!
They're making a Snoop Dogg game.
Snoop Lion.
Snoop Lion.
Snoop Lion. Oh yeah, Snoop Lion, of course.
Snoop Lion.
But yeah, why?
I don't know, apparently they're saying it's a rhythm action game.
Well,
but I
to be
don't know
fair,
what's
No,
going
to
on.
be fair,
There's-
50 Cent
no,
did
no,
it.
no, there's two ways they could go with this. One is the 50 Cent route, which is
50 Cent saves the world.
yeah, I think
No.
that reaction pretty much sums it up. And the other one is the Def Jam.
Oh, well, yeah, Def Jam.
It might be that because he did make an appearance. Was it in Tekken in the background?
He
level or
was in
something?
Def Jam as well. Like,
Oh, Def Jam, yeah, he was in that. So they might go that route.
they did fuck that series up monumentally, but
Oh yeah.
like that was one of my favorite beat 'em ups, and I was unfucking touchable on that. Like, and then they turned it into a fucking Dance Dance Revolution game, like,
Would
or a
this be like-
karaoke game or some shit like that.
Is this basically like urban rap hero?
No, it was basically
could be a way
Mortal
to take
Kombat.
You're doing all right, bro. Keep on going, blood.
It was Mortal Kombat,
I don't know
but
what
in
the fuck
a
I'm
pit
saying.
with
I was like, what was
weapons,
that?
and it was just really good. It was really
Urban
good.
hero.
It's like, you know, but yeah, it was kind of like WE meets Mortal Kombat.
I mean that like it. That is a pretty cool formula for a game, and
Yeah, I mean, if the Snoop
And
Dogg game did that, it could actually be quite good.
It used to have
Dare I
some
say?
really good storylines to it, but I guarantee you they're just going to make it like the 50 Cent one, because there's not been anything remotely like Def Jam since.
no. But hey, you know, like you never know. You never know. They may have some creativity.
Yeah.
Some.
Maybe.
I know it's Snoop Lion, but
Somebody from a creative arts medium having creativity when it comes to games? No.
Maybe not.
Fucking never gonna happen.
What can we make this
I mean,
game just like?
Like,
Call of Duty?
yeah, we need money. We need money from this, or else
Yeah.
Snoop Lion's going to be pissed, and we don't want to piss him off. Oh, what do we do? Because he's a lion now. He's not just a dog.
Hear him roar!
Like, you know, like a Snoop Dog, you know, he can just nibble, it'll hurt. But like a Snoop Lion now, he can swallow his whole. What are you going to do?
I'm willing to make two bets on this. Right.
Go on.
First of all, I'm willing to sell all of the Modern Warfare games I own and fucking never buy another Modern Warfare game if A, it's made the same way as Def Jam being a fighter in a pit, and B, if weed isn't mentioned at least once somewhere in the game.
That's a pretty
Safe bet, I think.
yeah, you're pretty safe there, mate.
Yeah, I think
Is
you
it
are.
actually possible to censor Snoop Dogg?
No, like this.
You can try.
No,
You can try.
Imagine a censored Snoop Dogg song. It'd just be like a lot of.
No, he made a song like that once.
We lost him!
Like the test card or something. God, I'm showing my age.
Yeah, a bit of news for me now, but it's probably more catered to me, but The Walking Dead, the click and point adventure game.
It's a
No,
No,
Is
that's
it anything
why.
like Simon the Sorcerer?
that
No.
wasn't
Then I don't care.
Basically, the first season released last year was a massive hit, became considered Game of the Year by many people. Season 2's coming out this autumn, apparently, which is a really good move. I can't wait to see what it brings.
And apparently, Survival Instinct is shit.
Yeah, it is shocking.
Shockingly bad.
No, this is the thing is, like, I've actually had two opinions on this. Like, this is, like, the same reason that I've got a lot of really shit indie games, like, on my games list down here, like Bullet Witch and Oni Chambara and shit like that. Like, yes, they are shit games, But at the same time, they bring something so original and so clever to the genre that's needed. Like, they don't do it well, but they do
It's
bring
like-
something
Yeah.
original.
it's true.
Like a
It's
step
genre.
forward, if you will.
Like, if
A missing link.
Like, I think it's best summed up if you watch Angry Joe's review and if you watch Yahtzee's review. Angry Joe takes the opinion it's a shit game, and Yahtzee takes the opinion it's actually got some merit to it, so it's worth
Just
watching.
half-assed.
Yeah, basically. Like, he doesn't defend it, but he does exalt its merits more than Angry Joe does.
So Jesse kind of goes,
It tried.
Yeah.
It tried.
"Blah."
Oh, bless him.
No, he chose that game over God of War because he said God of War was just another fucking God of War, and they were basically beating a dead horse at this point. So
Yeah, because that came out this month, didn't it? I completely forgot about that. Actually, it skipped my.
With
skipped
Kratos,
my
yes, he would beat a dead horse. Then he'd beat a live horse. Then he'd eat the horse.
yeah.
Then he'd scream at the horse inside his stomach.
Then he'd find the nearest god to beat the crap out of. Because
Kratos
Kratos doesn't like anything that moves.
Yeah, honestly, they kind of wrote themselves into a corner with the last game.
Because Kratos has beaten everyone up.
Yeah.
There's no one else to beat
That's
up!
why this one's a prequel.
Because he's beaten everyone up!
But how many prequels can they pull out of the sort?
This is like a second
You've got,
prequel.
you've got like a 4-year-old Kratos going around.
Kratos versus Russell Crowe.
No,
That is genius.
No, that's the
He
thing!
looks like he wants to fight you. Who the fuck are you, mortal?
You listen to this, guys. Mate, this game.
the only way that they're going to pull this off is if they go, right, we've done the Greek gods, let's move on to the Roman gods, right?
Who were pretty much the same
Yeah,
gods.
no, which
They
were
were literally the same gods.
literally were the same gods, just adapted for Rome. But the natural progression of that is Kratos versus Jesus and Allah.
Controversy.
But that's the thing, though. Like, is like if they go prequel, it's like, yeah, Kratos beat. There's a story about this guy called Kratos who beat everyone up, including all the gods.
This is
In the past, there's a little Kratos who still beats everyone up. So he in fact beats everyone up twice.
If Kratos goes back in time, it could be Kratos versus Cthulhu. I would see Kratos deal with a Shoggoth.
To be
I
fair-
really would.
Why is it dying?
What is? Oh god, it's in my. Oh!
It's in my everything!
What is
my raccoon
I
wound?
can't hit it with my sword. What do I do?
Oh, goddamn. Another bit of news anyway. The member Valve are apparently making that console with this company Exo3.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Didn't they fall out with them?
Yeah, actually, it's called the Piston.
Yeah.
Piston. Oh yeah.
But apparently they have fallen out. Yes, that's right. Because Valve are trying to distance themselves from saying we wanted to like test the theory and test the water,
Right,
and
yeah.
we're distancing ourselves now.
Well-
and the company Exo3 are saying, yeah, actually they approached us to make a console, so it's their console. So
No, like this
no one
was
knows what's going on.
This was the thing. Was like I heard that Valve were tied to this console initially, but then they started creating their own fucking console, which is just Steam, which is fucking retarded. Steam sucks. Like, and then they started to pull out of this second console, which is actually an interesting point. Like I made this point a while ago that like with the new consoles coming out and being so high end that the market was open again for some low end consoles.
Oh yeah.
And that's what's happening this year. Like there's about 4 different consoles at the low
Yeah,
end.
the Oreo being one, which is kickstarted, about £100
Yeah.
Retail price.
Yeah, like this is my point. Is like it was true. Like back then, and you could end up with the position where I don't think any of them are going to be taking on the PlayStation or the Xbox in this new generation, but
they have
they
their own
could
merits.
be taking on the Wii.
They can have
and
their
they
own
could be
merits.
taking on the other ones.
They have their own merits because there's people who aren't hardcore gamers who want simple basic games, and a cheap console is appealing to them. So
Well,
you know.
there was a rumour at one point that Microsoft were going to make a casual gaming engine.
Yeah, you're looking at it. It's called the 360.
Nah, 360 is good. Don't diss on the 360. Man.
No, it is Microsoft's casual gaming engine.
It's the only one they have.
But yeah,
Except the
basically
original
Xbox.
they were going to do 2 launches. They were going to do the new Xbox, and there was going to be another console.
Oh, actually, yeah, I might have heard something about it myself.
That would actually be a casual gaming
Yeah,
one.
That'd be
I-
interesting, to
I
be
think-
fair. Like,
like, don't-
saturate the market a bit, though.
Don't quote me on it, but I think they cancelled that. Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because it might
Well,
saturate
this
the
was
road.
just a rumour.
I mean, they'd be in competition with themselves if they did that in a way, so I don't think it'd be a good idea.
Would it have a silly name? You know, like Wii, urine, toiletries.
Mouthwash.
toothpaste. The toothpaste.
Sanitary towel.
Sanitary towel 720.
The Xbox sanitary towel.
Actually,
Sanitary towel.
I'm hearing strong rumours about the new Xbox being called Infinity still, which is still a bit of a shit name.
I thought it was.
Infinity. What? No.
Infinity's alright.
That's quite
Yeah,
nice.
it's a bit of a
It's
bold
better than
statement.
like the 720.
720 was always a joke.
To be-
The 720 was just like, it's just.
It's always a
It'd be
joke.
twice as powerful as the 360, so therefore it must be the 720.
To be fair, like you know the Disney knockoff of Skylanders, like it's going to be called Infinity as well. So
Yeah, so it might.
they might change that again.
Yeah, they might. But depending who changes, it'd be interesting to see.
The Xbox Glove.
Actually, I want.
Glove?
The Xbox Glove. Buy it.
What is a glove?
I don't know, but we like city names. Buy our console.
Is that the Klingon version of the Xbox?
Yes.
The Xbox Glove.
Actually, it's a funny incident that happened earlier today.
Klingon.
I was thinking yesterday. I was
Klingon
thinking,
Connect?
Klingon Connect. That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You get like a Connect like Connect Beige.
What does that mean?
Beige.
No, why did you even
Experience Beige
It'd be like
in person.
no one would buy it.
Everyone would
That's
buy it.
exactly why you buy it, to
But-
troll your mates.
Technically, we won't be experiencing that because I think it was a promotional manager of Microsoft. Is actually tweeting about he literally tweeted, "I don't see what the deal is with everyone think about being online all the time." It's implying that the next Xbox might indeed need to be online all the time.
No, like I've heard it. Like it's pretty much confirmed at this point. Like.
Yeah, but the thing is, this guy was such a douche about it. Like, someone tweeted him back saying, "Yeah, what about he said he lived in a remote like area. So what about you if you lived there? What then?" And he just said, "Why would I live there?"
Oh!
And it was just like and one of the developers was complaining about it as well. They sent him a mean picture of Will Smith, like shrugging. He put his head, deal with it. So it's like, yeah, Microsoft are being absolute douchebags.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I think
He
it's
is,
more
he
like
is.
that guy is probably being.
Yeah, if he
douchebag.
kept his job, I'll be amazed.
It's
but
probably
that's
not
that
Microsoft as a
guy.
whole,
is that
but you
guy.
can't escape the kind of thing.
I can't
like
remember
he's
his name.
speaking for Xbox.
But you
more
can't
Microsoft.
But it's what people are going to see, so you know it's going
He
to
does
damage
like
their
Fatal.
reputation,
I mean-
embarrass them.
Fucking wow! Really?
Ask him what level his character is in Fatal, because he's obviously a big enough dick to play that.
What is his anal circumference?
Two-Fist!
Geek burn!
Beware the power of neckbeards.
Now, if anyone
advice to
listens to this, they're now
Microsoft.
going to try to find out what Fatal is.
Don't look for Fatal!
Look for Fatal!
For the sake of your insanity, don't look for Fatal!
Woman's fist!
Well, to be fair, it has the most comprehensive character creation ever.
Okay.
More detail than you!
Ever want to know?
Okay, I think we better move on anyway.
That's
Yeah.
some interesting sacrificial rituals.
Yeah,
Moving on, please.
Moral of the
Yeah.
story, Microsoft, watch what your employees are putting on their Twitter account.
Yeah, I'm surprised
Hang
still
on a
got his
minute.
job.
He said, why would he live in a rural area? There is that rural area that has like the best broadband in the entirety of Britain.
Oh, that's
Yeah, because
So
they're
why
putting
would
their
you
own.
live there?
Yeah.
Nah, it's like in America,
because
obviously,
it's
but
full of fucking middle class or fops. That's what.
Fops.
Yeah, I want to use their language so they understand.
You're one of these Xbox oiks, are you? Be gone, peasants!
that gets half our fan base anyway.
I like being an oink.
Yay! Oink!
But yeah, okay.
You are
Borderlands-
scumbag
we're
college.
talking about level caps and patches as well. Earlier,
Oh.
I want to mention this. Borderlands 2, they're actually extending
Yeah,
the cap
okay,
to
that's
61 in a patch.
Yeah.
But this is because they're adding a new character as well.
Oh, yeah,
why
It's
though?
Krieg the Psycho.
Oh
I mean-
shit, I remember
Still
him.
have
Like,
David Damn to it.
Krieger the Psycho just looks
Yeah,
identical to Brick from the first one. So
It pretty much basically is more melee sort of like bruises.
I
sort of
guarantee he's going to have explosive
I didn't
fists
really
like
care
Brick
about
at
the
some
first
point as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice they're doing it, but it seems half-assed. Although apparently,
You know what would be nice is if they brought out all the original characters, like, and just be fucking done with it.
yeah, it would be nice if you could play as the original characters. I mean, obviously there's certain characters you can't play as because of the storyline in Borderlands 2, but
But you might as well. Come
it
on.
would be good for shits.
Yeah, let's get this character is just like the character you liked before, but we're going to make him slightly different so you're not going to like him.
It's like, yeah, like do
Also,
that.
have you seen that Defiance? I think it is, or
Yes.
something like that. that screamed Borderlands to me. Like,
It's basically like it's like PlanetSide, but like multi console. Basically, it's like massive arena, massive like ongoing battle, and you kind of drop in and out whenever you want, kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it does sound interesting. I haven't looked up much on it actually.
But
Been looking
also,
at it a little
the
bit.
cool thing about Defiance, though, like it's basically going to be based on a TV series. So basically, you get a first look at what the TV series is going to be like by playing the game.
Yeah, plus as well, if your character gets popular enough and does something good enough, they can actually feature it in the TV show itself.
So to be fair, like Defiance has some merit to it. I'm not.
like,
I don't know how good it's actually going to be,
Sounds
but
complicated.
like PlanetSide for consoles and PC.
If it's just like a Borderlands-esque massive multiplayer kind of thing, then that would kind of piss me off more. Like, but
I think it's more MMO than sort of a
At least
co-op
it's done the right
FPS.
way.
that's what I meant. Like, but yeah, no, like because its visuals were amazing, but then when I watched the gameplay, it was so fucking dumbed down compared to the visuals.
Yeah, again, like, what could we do to back more money?
Well, it's a nice concept with having the tie-in to the game, though. Like, I mean, lots of games, lots of TV series have games on, so it makes sense to release them at the same time if you're going to do that.
Yeah,
Exactly. Exactly.
That's it. They're doing it the right way round.
It's like game
it's
first.
game first, then TV, not TV, then game based on,
True, because,
or
I mean,
movie.
depending on
then
what
game
players
based on.
do, you know, they can base some events on big events the players do. If there's a big, massive, epic quest going on and the outcome's awesome, they might say, yeah, we'll base an episode on that or a season on that or something, you know, it'd be quite cool.
Or unless you have the game completely unrelated, just using the franchise, like the Star Trek game.
Yeah,
It has nothing to do with anything.
pretty much.
But it's got
in-
co-op.
Have you seen
And
the new
Kirk.
Star Trek game?
I've seen a trailer for it with
Is that next month?
Shatner
Yeah, it
fighting a Gorgon. That just
no.
amused me.
It looks amazing. Like, I mean, compared
Based on
to
the new movie.
yeah,
No,
compared
it's
to
not.
yeah, it is.
It's right?
Yeah,
it doesn't
like
seem to be anything to do with the movie.
No,
It's like,
it's basically
Kirk
supposed.
versus-
No.
Hold
It's
on.
basically new Star Trek 1.5.
Yeah,
It's essentially what it is.
It's like over the shoulder. They've got Kirk and Spock playing stealth missions, Kirk playing more shooty missions. I come in peace, shoot to kill stuff.
Yeah, they work together
Like,
different.
Yeah,
do
like
different
they.
things.
Yeah, they both have
Clever,
different.
actually.
Yeah, they both
They-
have different strengths and
yeah.
weaknesses,
And
and you
they're
have to work together
They're
to.
saying that it's best played as a co-op rather than a single player, but which
Are
means
these two Star Trek?
yeah, basically,
No, yeah.
it is. It really
I'm
is.
with Trekkies.
Both of those around.
It exists.
Will there be metal plates though?
Metal plates on your faces. What are
Can you
faces
paint your
missing?
phasers? That's what I want to know. Can I
Fucking-
paint my phaser?
Fucking bubbles.
Gold,
Fucking.
gold standard. fucking
Enterprise
thing.
does not need a bit. Actually,
Yeah,
Voyager
Yeah.
Voyager did the metal plates.
There you go, see?
Metal plates.
Like, but
Oh.
the thing about it is the last good fucking Star Trek game was that fucking away mission one. So it's nice to see a third person Star Trek game coming out again.
Yeah, it does look like it will be good though. So
You know,
Yeah.
it'd be cool to see what they, how it actually pans out.
Yeah, I am putting this relativistically. Like, I mean, it's good in terms of Star Trek games. Like,
It could be the best Star Trek game then, but
Could
but in
be.
the grand consensus of gaming, it
Like-
might not be that good.
oh yeah,
What was that? What was the good Star Trek game? Was it like Await?
There-
yeah,
there was
like-
Elite
Crisis
Force.
Team or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, Elite
Force.
Force. That's it. Yeah.
That's about it.
that was-
The
That
good
was
Star Trek
wicked.
game.
By Horizon Software, funnily enough.
They were amazing. They did Armored Core, like, and that was the best fucking mech game ever made.
That's
for
true, like,
a very long time.
If you make something like that, surely you can make something decent out of anything.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Moving swiftly on.
Indeed. And speaking of the XTHQ games, there's good news for both of them. Saints Row 4, first of all, that was announced for the 20th of August. Release
yeah.
date.
a bunch of games.
What's an XTHTU?
No,
XTHQ games.
Yeah, like the company that went under THQ.
Oh,
like,
XTH.
That's what I meant, sorry. Sorry, it wasn't clear. Okay, it's
XTA2. I was like,
And
that's
I would-
an XTA2.
I would like to point out they had shit tons of good games. They were my favourite company.
Oh yeah, it was really sad to see them go down. May they rest in peace. But
They
like,
did not just have 2 games.
obviously they had good, brilliant, loads of brilliant games. But you know, like mentioning them all. would
Mostly
take
Dawn of War.
ages.
Space Marine.
But yeah.
WWE.
Yeah, WWE.
Yeah.
No, oh my God.
No, they've confirmed
Take Two
that's
at the
still
license, I
going.
think.
Oh, okay.
Like, Saints Row,
It's coming out
Dawn of
20th of August, and it's also coming out 23rd for us. We get it late for some reason because America gets everything first, pretty much.
I think they also did Juiced, which was one of the best fucking racing games.
Oh,
ever.
Juice was wicked. But yeah, like, so that's been announced as release date, and the trailer looked pretty fun. It looked, I mean, it did visually and aesthetically, it did look pretty much like Saints Row the Third, but for what was going to be DLC pack, what do you expect, really?
Exactly. Like it's.
Like,
Let's just hope it isn't like another Fallout New Vegas.
Now, people, press who have like seen the game and seen it running have actually said it looks a lot more than just an add-on. It looks like its own full unique game.
Oh, cool. Well, like here's hoping for it then.
Yeah, I mean, I purely want it for the whole craziness, the dubstep gun, for God's sakes, a friggin'
Dubstep gun!
shooting out dubstep beats and making enemies like dance like fools, cars getting hydraulics, you know, sounds fucking hilarious.
It sounds Saints Row.
Yeah, exactly. And like, you know, you get superpowers because of an alien invasion, you get captured and stuff, and
you had
See, no-
superpowers in 3.
Like to
did
like
you?
that.
I
that
did-
no. It was that DLC. It was by far the best thing about the game.
yeah, I didn't actually get that far in free yet.
It was
so.
the most fun I had in Saints Row, and that is saying something.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the Kamehameha.
I know! It's awesome!
That was amazing, that one.
I think I just had a Saints Row gasm. I'm sorry about that.
Yes, and another XTHQ game as well. Is Metro Last Light has been revealed, has a release date finally.
Oh.
May the 17th.
What's that one about, though?
Like,
Is that more running around in tunnels against mutants?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that the third Metro game? that
It's the
they've
second Metro game.
released?
There was Metro 2033.
And that was the first one, and the only one they've released. You might be thinking of the Stalker games.
Because like I've heard so much about fucking Metro, and I've heard so much bad shit about it. Like originally,
New one.
like
Well,
yeah,
Metro in general. Like,
No, the new one you play as Vladimir
No.
Putin.
Not
because
quite.
like
Trees you with
originally
forever.
when it came out, I was really stoked for it. It looked amazing, but then I heard loads of shit about
Metro
it. so-
2033.
Yeah.
I've played it. It's absolutely stunning. I mean, it's a standard shooter in a sense, but it's just the atmosphere it builds and the tension is just surreal. It's
You're
amazing.
not Putin.
But you're not Putin.
You're not Putin.
if you're not Putin, then there's just no point.
How are you supposed to win?
Well,
yeah,
like-
exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
so there you
Putin
go.
will
But
always
yeah,
win
I've seen the
forever.
trailer for this new one. It looks really, really depressing and like gloomy, but I like it for that because too many games like, oh, happy American action hero, gung ho, you
Why
know.
the hell am I watching this crap?
And it's just like, you know what? It's like, you know what? This is good. We need something a bit more real and down to earth. You know what I mean? A bit more oppressive and
So
something to fight
maybe,
against.
if they, I mean, how far are they going to take the whole atmosphere thing? Like, are they going to make it a little?
Is there a little bloke going to pop up and go, fool, to the black hole with you?
Not that atmosphere.
Not that atmosphere.
Are they going to add
Sometimes.
Are they going to add some sort of gameplay element to the atmosphere? Or are they going to make it sort of more survival-ish?
I don't know. Well, the first one was definitely more survival. I mean, a few hits and you were dead from being shot by enemies, so that was something. It was really quite tense, and you had to be really tactical at times and think about what you were doing.
So there you go.
I
Like,
tried to run and gun at one point in Metro 2033, but it just didn't work. It really
See,
didn't work.
Like I like games where you have that element to it, but at the same time, if that's like exclusively, like I like it as an option. You know,
Yeah.
like a super ultra hard mode. Like,
again, referencing fucking Skyrim here, like you put it on the hardcore mode and you one shot, you're basically fucking dead for a good while. But at the same time, you put it on the easy mode, you know, pissing on giants and shit like that.
Oh yeah, true. I mean, with this, I think it fit into the aesthetics of the game in a sense because it was just the atmosphere and the realism behind it. Well, realism.
Well,
so would you say it would go
in the
as far
atmosphere
as say
and the
sort
look
of?
the game.
Would you go as far as to say maybe
More
sort of
survival aspect, I think.
like how far does the tactics of it kind of go? Would you say sort of like
Well,
Rainbow Six Vegas
Well,
Newish,
it's
or
well, I say tactics. It wasn't actually really tactical in a sense. You just really had to think about your next move.
so
rather
more like Half-Life than
more
Rainbow
like
Six?
Half-Life-ish, yeah. But except it was a lot harder. You just get killed.
Oh,
A lot
okay.
harder of a game.
Well, there you go. There's something to look forward to then. Anyway,
Yeah, next time you guys come round, you got to see it because it is really good. There's quite some supernatural elements to it as well. So it's
Oh, okay.
It's a bit freaky.
Yeah, okay. Well, there you go.
But you're still not Putin.
Like at one point,
Don't
I
let
was
go,
following some
please.
guy in the tunnel and I'm on the metro tunnels, and he said, "Watch out! What's that there?" And then like there's like a shadow just like standing there, and she kind of screamed and disappeared. And I was thinking, yeah, at this point I'm going to stop playing, and that's as far as I got because it's quite freaky. It wasn't scary; it's just really freaky. And there's probably a whole tunnel full of those shadowy people coming after you. So it's just like, yeah, this is not giving you fun.
So it's me having Silent Hill syndrome on a weekend.
Yeah, I'd say in
I'm just
parts
weakening
it might be.
Okay, so maybe so you're gonna have a hard mode, which is going to be the normal mode. Then you're going to have the easy mode where you play as Vladimir Putin, and but anyway.
Indeed.
Enough about that.
Yeah, and for some reason in my
His
notes,
fist is known as the
in my notes, Phil has actually wrote Matt Ward down. I think he wants to.
Matt Ward needs a mention because, by God, his fail.
A mention or a slap?
Well, we'd love to give him a slap, but unfortunately he's not present to be slapped.
Is this going to be a recurring theme, by the way, Matt Ward?
Maybe. Well, because of Matt Ward, Forge World have done an entirely new campaign setting involving more Necron bullshit.
More Necron...
Do we get art galleries? Can we have art gallery set pieces, please?
I don't know, it's an entirely new sector of Necrons where they have, like, weird flying stuff.
The
art galleries!
The Necrons, like the space Terminators of awesome, that now have art galleries and
So
have super best friends.
Yeah,
And
Sarah Connor, come with me if you want to look at my Rembrandts.
it's like...
Yeah.
It's like
Oh, he's so bourgeois. The Catan were such dreadful bores. We had to lock them in a genie bottle.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What?
Catan in genie bottles.
That
Makes
just
perfect
retarded.
sense.
Really retarded.
But there you go. Once again,
I've managed to drag this back down to shouting at Games Workshop.
Indeed.
Moving on.
Indeed. Speaking of
I might get
stuff,
the message eventually.
speaking of
Someone
stuff
might
that's
get it,
been
yeah.
turned to, speaking of other stuff that's been turned to shit, Resident Evil 6 is finally out on PC. Way.
Best game ever.
No. I think Marty wants to kill now.
No, Marcy's got
I was enjoying the troll.
agrees.
I was enjoying the troll.
But now there's one.
Marcy loves Resident
There's
Evil
one
6.
cool. There's one cool thing about Resident Evil 6 on the PC though. They've actually decided to add some Left 4 Dead 2 characters into the sort of survival like huntery mode.
Honestly,
mercenaries mode.
I thought you were going to say like the best thing about Resident Evil 6 on the PC version was the fact that you can uninstall it.
Yeah, that's better too. But the only cool thing about
That is a
Yeah.
great feature.
no, hang on. Like Left 4 Dead characters?
basically Valve.
Why?
Basically, Valve have the Steam Workshop whereby it's some set of tools for developers.
On the PC to buy it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Basically, Valve have the Steam Workshop, some tools which developers and the community can use to mod the games. And to celebrate the fact that Resident Evil 6 was getting that, they actually used those tools to create the Left 4 Dead 2 cast in Resident Evil 6 in the Mercenaries mode, as well as some of the Special Infected. It's kind of cool, but it's not going to get me buying the game. But I do like
You
the
love the game, Ian.
But the
You
interesting...
love every single fact.
No, the interesting thing is though, there's been talk that Capcom said they might want to add Resident Evil 6 characters into Left 4 Dead 2.
It's confirmed, and they're also bringing a couple of creatures.
Exciting. That's actually pretty good. So Resident Evil 6 might actually become different, but in Left 4 Dead 2.
Wait a minute, I know why Left 4 Dead 2's in there. The same reason that you can get a Solid Snake costume for
Lords of Shadow. Castlevania Lords of Shadow.
Colonel.
It's exactly the same reason. None.
But you haven't actually thought of a reason.
No, it's because they're both Konami.
Yeah, that's because they have Konami and like
And Hideo
Yeah,
Kojima
but these are
basically...
PC and zombies.
Capcom
It
are
makes sense.
Capcom are desperate. They probably begged Valve or something. I don't know.
At
They
least
gave
with,
them money.
at least with that, it's like, yeah, it was Konami and Hideo Kojima basically wrote Lords of Shadow, I think, so that's basically why.
Stop justifying it.
Yeah, actually.
It doesn't really make any sense even more.
Actually, that leads neatly on to something I want to talk about later. Resident Evil. I mean, Metal Gear Solid 5.
Woo!
Resident
Finally-
Evil 5. Wait,
No, Metal Gear Solid 5, I meant. Yeah, that's actually finally been revealed. Properly fully. It was a phantom pain. What a surprise there.
Oh,
We didn't know that.
Never saw that coming.
Do you know about the other Metal Gear Solid games coming out?
Ground
Zeroes.
Yeah, that was revealed first.
So there you go.
Yeah, because
Snake in the Lord
Ground
of Shadows
Zeroes
costume.
is the prequel to
Yes,
the
Snake
new Metal
is
Gear
in the Lord
Solid.
of Shadows costume.
So they're both...
Wait, it's the prequel.
Yeah, Ground Zeroes is going to be the prequel to Metal Gear Solid 5.
Even though Ground Zeroes is featuring an older big boss, and the Snake in Metal Gear Solid 5 is younger, they've got it the wrong way around. I think Metal Gear Solid... I think the Phantom
boss is
Pain...
aging
No, that's actually
backwards,
confirmed.
and
He's got Benjamin
Snake
Button.
is-
And that's
yeah.
confirmed. Kojima said it himself.
Kojima. So what? That makes no fucking sense. Even by Hideo Kojima sense,
Have you seen
that makes no fucking sense.
Have you seen the trailer for Metal Gear Solid 5? Seriously, it looks like an insane batshit crazy game. I think he's half in a coma, so he's hallucinating shit.
Yeah, like I don't know what's going on. It looks cool because it.
Dare we say Hideo Kojima?
Snake does
Yeah.
cocaine.
Snake
Yeah.
does cocaine. With 5, Snake on crack.
I'm Solid Snake and I do cocaine. Good stuff.
Snake himself very strange.
Oh yeah, this rock and roll.
What the fuck is he doing in that box?
This explains so much.
Bit of a Metalocalypse reference for you people there who understand that.
It's Metal Gear Apocalypse.
Metal Apocalypse.
That would be genius. Someone come up with it now. Someone do it now, please.
We need to hire an animator. Start.
Yeah, I'll try and learn. God damn, that'd be amazing. But yeah, seriously, Metal Gear 5, I mean, as well, the thing about it, one thing I'm a bit not too keen on is the fact that David Hayter's not back for the voice of Snake. He's going to be a new voice actor.
To be fair, he couldn't do it forever.
Yeah, I mean, but Kojima's reasoning was because he just wanted to freshen it up a bit. That's all he said, but I don't know. I think it's just because I'm familiar with David Hayter being the voice.
I suppose the thing is, like...
fucking same anyway, so.
The amount of cigarettes that guy's smoking, like, it's got to be detrimental to his health eventually.
The thing is, like...
That's in my lung.
To be fair, like, I think the actor himself, David Hayter, like, he may well be thankful, you know, to get away from Snake for a while. You know?
I think he actually is a bit upset about it.
Is
he? Yeah, I think he's not happy about it, really.
Well,
but,
What's he said?
I can't remember his exact words, but he's sad about it. I can't remember, he just said he wasn't
I
happy.
suppose it's kind of at the end of an era for
No,
him.
it could be like the office leaving speech, like, yeah, it's going to be a shame to submit, you know.
Maybe. I don't know the full story, but, you know, it could
Is
be...
it literally a case of he doesn't want to be typecast?
A bit late for that.
It's late for that.
Who's David Hayter? He's Snake. Okay.
Yeah, you know who we need? We need Solid Snake. Get David Hayter on film.
Pretty much.
Like,
Colonel.
Hey, look.
Play David Hayter for David Schwimmer. What?
You bastard!
No!
That used to be Patrick Stewart.
You know what?
Patrick Stewart.
That actually reminds me, there's a new
That would be
Jurassic
sexy.
Park coming up.
A new Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
God
original
damn.
script notes for Jurassic Park 4, because they were originally going to make a new Jurassic Park back in the day, stated that the humans had been crossbred with, like, dinosaurs. So you had mutant humans. So
I've seen this. Primal
That's so amazing.
Yeah,
Dinosaur 3!
Primal Species, check that film out. It is so fucking funny.
It's been done! No! Primal Species fucking did it already, so what the
So
fuck?
basically,
Even
what happened-
more awesome.
No.
Someone sat down and
fucking
watched
funny.
the Alien films.
Yes.
That guy wore really good dinosaur suits.
Yeah, basically human dinosaurs.
That's the thing is,
No,
that,
you
that
said
was
you've
the
seen it.
original plan for it, but I think they've scrapped that off, so it's going to be...
That's
something
Because I read the
different.
script.
Yeah,
So
basically.
I read the script and thought it was a bad idea.
It's like, how much cocaine did we pay for it?
Oh god damn it.
Did Spielberg kind of go, no?
This is,
Just fucking no! Lucas, get off my script! Lucas, not now, later!
Is this one of the ones where even Sam Raimi turned around and went, I ain't touching that one with a barge pole?
Oh good damn. Ooh, I got a bit more good news from the world of gaming.
Alright.
Did you ever hear about the Double Fine Kickstarter that was really successful?
No.
what was that for?
It's for a new point-and-click adventure game.
It's point and click, I don't think.
Is that Simon the Sorcerer?
No.
It's all
No, we don't dare!
To be fair, long story short though, back in March last year it was meant to raise $400,000. Do you know how much it raised?
£5.
$3.3 million.
That's a bit
Oh
more.
my god.
Yeah, so it goes to show that people are interested, and his real title is Broken Age. It looks interesting, to be fair, conceptually. It looks really cartoony-ish, so...
Did we mention about the Carmageddon one last time?
Yeah, I think we talked about Carmageddon a bit, but we haven't mentioned it again anyway.
But there we go, yeah, Carmageddon has been kickstarted, hasn't it?
Yeah, keep
For all
Carmageddon as well.
platforms, including next gen.
Woo! That's gonna be goddamn awesome.
I am that old.
It's nice for a game to cut loose every once in a while, you know?
Yeah, everything's too PC. We needed some more Carmageddon to bring everything down back to the controversial.
The reason why some people play GTA now, it's like, you know what? now we've got a game for that. Have a new Carmageddon.
Exactly. It's like GTA. I'll go shag a hooker and then like run around and get my money back and like beat some people around the head.
But no, you just cut.
You don't bother with the shagging. You just run them over.
Yeah, you just cut out the middle whore. You know, you just
Cut out the middle whore.
you just go for it. You get a cool looking car or a shit looking car,
And you
or
run around
not even a
as best
car,
you can.
and you just
Ice cream van.
ice cream van.
Oh, happy tunes.
You break other people's cars, steal theirs, run people over, be in a race, score points.
You know
More
what?
points for running people over.
You know what that reminded me of was Destruction Derby, like, and how much fucking fun that was back in the
Oh,
day.
Destruction Derby.
Damn,
Jesus.
I remember that vaguely.
Like, I know for a fact they made
I think
a
I
remake.
killed my copy of that.
Yeah, they made a remake of it, and it was so terrible that nobody heard about it. So I'm kind of glad
Yeah.
that they haven't touched it again since. But that was fun. That was.
Mind you, here's one for you. Did you know, for a small amount of time, they actually did a Gorka Morka based on Destruction Derby game?
God damn it.
That would be amazing.
That would
I
be
think it's like-
amazing.
No,
Amazeballs.
it got as far as like one CG, vaguely CG trailer, and that was it.
Still, a concept trailer is still
Yeah,
something.
I think it was going to be like for the Sega Saturn or something. Yeah.
Because that was an amazing piece of
Jesus.
equipment. To say the Saturn.
Jesus.
It pretty much died. But
Poor Sega.
look, what could have been better than driving around, smashing up cars, racing with orcs?
With orcs.
And red paint jobs.
Isn't that basically what orcs do on their downtime anyway?
Speaking of these old retro games, like Road Rash is now on the Kickstarter.
Oh, Road Rash.
Yeah, that's finally getting a Kickstarter, and fucking rightfully so.
By the original developers as well?
Yeah, by the original
Sweet.
developers.
That's going to be good.
More driving around,
Kickstarter's-
flailing aimlessly.
Kickstarter's retaking over. It's good.
Yeah,
It's great.
Like, honestly, I'm gonna make a prediction and say that Kickstarter is gonna be the way for indie games to go in the future.
Yeah, oh, it definitely is. I mean, it's a really good platform and it's really secure as well.
It's like the games that like used to be like, you know, oh, they were going to make this game. Oh, that would have been cool of them. But like, it's like giving companies and games like a second
Exactly.
chance.
Thing is, they don't have to go for publishers by doing this because most of the time they've got to like pitch your idea to the publisher, and if they don't like it, don't think it's going to make them money, then they're not going to bother.
Yeah.
But it's like
But
it's giving
Get
games
rid
that
of
could
that.
have been a second chance, but it's giving games that like, you know,
Gives
that
them the
would
chance
never
to
have been like, you know, a first chance.
Yeah.
I mean, what better way to do it than like sell it to your target audience and get them to donate money and
you know
give them
how
rewards?
like in YouTube you have like a direct feedback on what's liked and what's not liked, and how that's affecting movies and how movies are made. It's kind of the same thing with Kickstarter and games. Like games, like the big AAA games aren't as accountable to their fan base as they should be, whereas the indie games are more accountable.
Exactly.
So you should get a lot more development from it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
But yeah,
we approve of Kickstarter.
Kickstarter. It's all good.
Work in progress Kickstarter, that's what we need.
We need a wit.
Work in progress Kickstarter.
Send
Okay.
us £1, we'll send you 50p.
Hey!
The game I told you about was on Kickstarter as well, Planetary Annihilation.
Oh yeah,
Planetary
Planetary
Annihilation. What's that about?
You know,
Not RTS.
That's an RTS.
Explosions.
you know what that gives me a thought. I reckon we should have a Kickstarter section on Work in Progress, a roundup of all the Kickstarters that we rate on the week.
Yeah, good idea. Coming
Yeah.
soon. That's coming soon, folks.
Coming soon, quick starter review.
Yeah, quick starter like review. Yeah, we can review the best ones and get people to. Yeah, that's genius. More on the development side as well. id Software. We all remember them. They used to make games.
I
Before they
do.
went into tech demos. They've shelved Rage 2, thank God, and they're actually working on Doom 4 again. They've said. Yeah, Rage was. I was hyped for it at first, but then it just ended up being a poor version of Borderlands meets Fallout, and it was like, that's it. That's just killed it.
Well,
No, it was just shit.
Yeah, yeah, I'll go.
Don't sugarcoat it, Mark. Just come out what you think.
Exactly.
It's been a long time since a game actually made me feel ill from looking at it. And that's why they actually do it. They know I just said
And you
like
can't
old
play
games
original
and
Doom,
stuff.
yeah.
that takes some doing.
Yeah.
Rage actually caused me to stop it playing after an hour because, oh god.
So
Plus
what?
it was bad.
So what is Doom 4 then, what's that going to bring to the
Well,
table?
basically, you're on Mars.
You know,
And then there's hell.
No.
And Gateway to Hell
They,
opens.
they're gonna fix Doom 3. Like they'll give you more options. Like
You'll be able to see.
yeah, no.
Will you be able to look up?
They've already confirmed that in Doom 4.
You've got a torch and more than one gun.
No.
In fact, actually, you have a torch.
Yeah, no.
That you can actually shoot with.
Yeah,
Something. Like,
yeah. That's.
I want a
what
shooting
confirmed.
torch now. Hang on, wait a minute. This is now Luigi's Mansion.
That,
Doom-
Oh, now it's Magic Doom guy. Da 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 da. Wah! Da, da, da. Luigi, fucking
Yeah. But yeah, what was it going to fix?
Stand aside there, Doom the guy. Yoo-hoo.
But yeah, what was it going to fix then, Chris?
oh, just like the big lighting issues, the gun carrying issues.
Yeah, because they did release Doom 3 BFG edition, which resolved issues and perked it up a bit. So,
Like-
So they're basically going to make a game out of the patched version of
Yes.
Doom 3 then.
no, Doom 3 was already had a re-release in BFG edition, and Doom 4 is going to be a completely new game. They did have this weird looking setting on a ruined Earth, I think, of originally for Doom 4, but that got scrapped. They're just restarting it from scratch again.
So Mars then.
Hopefully Mars. And Demons from Hell, not like the shitty fucking movie.
Reboot.
I liked that movie. It was terrible, but it was great.
I just.
Mars. Reboot to Mars. Reboot to Mars.
I think the likability of The Rock was pretty much the only thing that
Yeah,
saved it for me.
speaking of, like, you know, he's getting his own series from the Fast and the Furious.
Really?
Yeah, like he hasn't, like he said he's not sure if they're going to do it after 6 or 7, because he's in the new one, which is part of the trilogy. Like, but he's getting his own spin-off series as the character from the Fast and the Furious.
So what was that the 5th one?
No, yeah, that was the 5th one. The 6th one's coming up soon. They've started releasing trailers and shit for it.
So like, I've only I remember only seeing half of the first Fast and Furious with you,
Yeah,
and like I thought it was actually pretty good, but then like I just heard like a load of good things about Fast and the Furious.
yeah. Well,
like,
no, this is the thing. Is like 5 Fast, 5 Furious. Well, 5 Fast Furious like was actually amazing. Like it was a really good film. Like and it's the first one in a part of a trilogy. With The Rock as as part of the star of the trilogy. Like
So what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen with Vin Diesel's dude then? Whose name escapes me.
He's still there. He's still part of it. Like,
Oh, it's just gonna be like the sort of the original line of
yeah. Like
Fast and Furious.
Like,
that's
basically,
still
cross-
going to keep going. Like.
Oh, okay.
Cross Fast and Furious with original Batman, except The Rock is Batman, and Vin Diesel is Robin.
Where's Adam West then?
Woo.
Well,
is
there you
Adam
go.
West.
Adam
Anyway-
West is driving his car.
One last-
Adam West drives fast.
Yeah, we're an hour and like 8 minutes in, more or less. So
Yeah, well, we're got to last of the news. We've still got to talk about games we played and stuff and what we're looking forward to yet. But the last piece of news, which is a bit of on a somber note of the news section, the closure of LucasArts, the games development studio.
Why is that somber?
No more money for George Lucas.
No, I think it's a studio because of its establishment and the way it's been established. You know.
Yeah, and how they pissed it all away in the recent years.
Yeah, to be fair, they look like they were going to bring it back. They were going to release another Star Wars Battlefront. Star Wars 13 looked brilliant, and now those games have no future.
No, they have. They're still confirmed.
No, LucasArts closed down. They were
No,
developing.
they're still confirmed. Like Disney said, they're going to keep them on.
Oh, Disney gonna keep them on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well-
it's not. They're just shutting down LucasArts.
Yeah, I just still don't like the whole shutting down of LucasArts because like it's just not right. It doesn't feel right. It's just a corporate thing, you know.
Well,
like,
I think let me put it this way: like George Lucas finally has realised that the power of his own, like he's not going to be able to make any more money from Star Wars, no matter how hard he tries, no matter how many times he tries to re-release all the shit and make everything more convoluted and worse. He's finally realised they can't make any more money, so he's just basically sold it.
No, he's reached his Bill Gates moment.
yeah, I just think the whole closure of LucasArts though is just like it's just a completely corporate decision with not enough basis.
Wow.
And
be
you
fair-
know, I mean, if they develop those titles fully, they did have like bright future. I mean, they might go under other development studios, but it's rightfully LucasArts games.
No, they're still confirmed. Though,
Like, honestly,
Yeah,
I'm
but
kind of-
not the same developer.
Yeah, we gotta hurry up. Gotta hurry up. Battery's dying.
Okay, well, like, one thing I'd say about it, like, I'm kind of glad that Star Wars has finally been wrested from George Lucas's hands.
Yeah, that's good.
I am
Well, they could have had a Use and Von song.
Shut up!
God damn it.
There'll be violence now.
Yeah, that'll be violent. Anyway, moving on.
Use and Von
So
song.
just to quickly, don't stop winding up Rick. But yeah, just moving on quickly then. What games have we been playing this month? I've been playing Tomb Raider personally. I know you have Rick and Em as well.
Yes.
Damn good game. You've probably
Freaking love Tomb Raider, yes.
seen my review,
Yeah, it
9 out of
was
10.
amazing.
Definitely good.
And I wasn't
definitely
even.
good.
I really wasn't a fan of the original games.
Not me so much, but I absolutely adored this.
No square asses enjoy triangular boobs.
No.
That was only the first game.
And that's where it was at.
Damn right. Big blocky graphics.
Like,
oh, yeah.
I'm coming from, like, I loved it up until Tomb Raider. Like, I liked Tomb Raider 1 and Tomb Raider 2, and Tomb Raider 3 was okay, but then it was like Tomb Raider 4 was just.
Yeah, that's when it went downhill.
I
Majorly
played some of the newer ones. I played Legend.
Legend was quite
and
good.
I played Anniversary.
Nah.
They were pretty good, but like again, it wasn't Tomb Raider.
The way it's not Tomb Raider.
Thank you.
It really wasn't.
But
But
like,
yeah, it just I think it needed this reboot because it was just going nowhere.
it's kind of like a different
Right.
focus once again.
I'm very excited to see what happens in the next one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I mean, the way the ending to this game wasn't necessarily spoilers probably. The way this game ended.
Have you actually finished it yet? Yeah, you haven't.
I have finished
Yeah,
it.
you did finish it. Yeah.
I finished
Yeah.
it with a better completion than you.
Yeah, you did. But like,
I finished
Yes.
it. No, I didn't finish it.
I finished it better than you.
just
God
to
damn.
get your competitive side out again.
Yes, I'm
Goddamn,
very
yeah,
sorry
I mean,
about that.
the way it ended though was, the actual ending itself was underwhelming, but the fact that at the very end, like, you got both your handguns and managed to blast the enemy off.
Yeah, like
Old school Tomb Raider style. I was like, yes, she's back.
That was what made it for me. Like that was so satisfying
I mean,
that
like,
I didn't actually care that the ending was shit.
Yeah, just the way she stands defiantly over that cliff looking at him fall, like, and you just think, yes, she's back.
By the sounds of it, they managed to get back to what Tomb Raider does well, and that's fan service.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely very big fan service.
Like
Exactly.
it was blatant fan service, but at least
But
it was
the way it was
satisfying
done,
fan
it was
service.
done
Yeah.
tastefully, I think, and done really well,
Yeah.
and it fit in with the aesthetics of everything, so...
Although,
It did fit in very well with her story arc.
Definitely, because you see her grow from this vulnerable girl, and by the end she's pretty much almost L'Oreal now, but still more human than she was before.
the arc itself was a bit, yeah.
It's a bit of a roller coaster, but
But the thing is, like I said, like that moment was awesome, but the rest of the ending was just utter shit.
it was alright.
You quick timed the final boss to death.
Well, I couldn't see them do it in any other way, though, because having massive...
You could.
It could have gone, even they even have an epic over the top set piece. I think we were talking about this, weren't we, before? Were we?
Yes, I think we were.
Saying it is either they could have an epic over the top set piece, or like it would just do what they did. And
like games have been having final boss fights for years before QuickTime became a thing.
Exactly, and I mean as well, like they could have just like took it somewhere, added a new mechanic, but wouldn't have worked, and that's probably what would have happened if they hadn't gone
but a
QuickTime.
boss fight you could do in under a minute.
That's the
It-
thing,
well,
though. It's like you
It's
know.
not really a boss fight. It's
What I was
expecting.
expecting, like from previous experience from Tomb Raider, what I was expecting was, you know, like the bad guys actually succeed, and the Sun Queen comes back, and then you fight the Sun Queen, because it's basically what Tomb Raider does. Like you go investigating the supernatural thing happens, and then Lara Croft has to fight it.
Yeah,
And they didn't do that.
I'm
It
kind
just
of-
ended.
I'm kind of like the fact they did it though. I think the story's more about Lara herself rather than the actual supernatural element. I mean, that was a big part of the story, don't get me wrong, but
Like,
the main
that's the-
focus was Lara herself and her growth as a character.
But even that was kind of.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know,
was
it was-
disappointing the way it did end.
I
suddenly,
like the
but-
way that Yahtzee described it. Is she basically blew chunks the first time she shot somebody, and then all of a sudden she was repainting the walls with their blood. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
but I think I've ranted enough about Tomb Raider. Sorry.
definitely, but it's still a brilliant game.
Oh yeah,
It
brilliant.
has- it-
Definitely worth
It
playing.
definitely has flaws. I'm not going to argue that, but it's still the high points alone are worthy enough to bring it back from
Oh yeah, definitely.
being crap. Another game as well I've been playing, Bioshock Infinite. Like, obviously I'm going to bring this up.
Oh yeah, you like how is it?
It's actually, the hype has been saying like 10 out of 10 reviews, you know, amazing, incredible. I'd still say it's a really, really good game, but I wouldn't call it a 10 out of 10 game.
Oh dear.
I'd say 9 out of 10 to be fair at the moment. Retrospectively, I mean, I'm about halfway through the game now. I talked to someone at work about it, and they said I'm about halfway. And
that's a shame though, because
they said it gets better, and it is getting more interesting. The ways I can see how the Infinite name is part of the story.
Seriously, the hype for Bioshock Infinite was fucking.
It's pretty.
But is that it?
It's pretty. There's a lot of shit going on screen, especially during a battle.
Battles are actually nice. You see it in gameplay, but when you
I'm
actually play,
sorry, the escalation was just ridiculous. It was like la 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 la. Oh shit!
I mean, its escalations a lot of fluid action, but the way it flows and when you feel it for yourself when you're playing it, it actually does work quite well. And you just literally there's points of the game where you do stuff, and like you look back and think, yeah, did I just do that? You know, it feels like you haven't even. Well, it feels like you've done it, but it's just so awesome and actiony what you do. It doesn't feel like you've done it in a sense because it's just so surreal and awesome.
Okay.
No,
I'm not saying it
sorry,
that way.
I'm still questioning the validity of if this really is as good a game as it seems, because it seems a bit sterile to me.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the hype. It's been hyped too much, but it's definitely I'd say at least around a 9 out of 10, 8, 9 out of 10, which is still damn good. I mean, it's 1 or 2 points away from perfection. But I don't think it's worth all the hype.
No, it's basically like playing Bioshock 1 from the start. Like, seeing Bioshock 1 for the first time, that's all it is to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I've taken a real sceptical view on it.
Yeah. Also, Crisis 3 came out this month as well, by the way.
Yes.
I've seen it. It looks
Space
good.
bow!
Yeah, there's a big thing about bows in games. If you notice, Laura's got a bow. There's a bow in Crisis 3. There's many bows in other games. You know, it's become a big thing. I think it's just everyone thinking the same idea at the same time. It's quite ironic.
I had Far Cry 2, and it was one of the shittest games I ever played. So that
Crisis.
No, oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, because they're different companies now. Like, unfortunately.
Because Crisis, I mean, I heard Crisis 2. I know Yahtzee loved Crisis 2 because they actually had character.
It is actually quite good. I've played about an hour or two of it.
And I heard Crisis 3 is basically Crisis 2, but turned down to turned down a bit.
Yeah, I that's what I've heard myself. I mean, I haven't played it, but I want to get it at some point. But I've still got complete 2, so I'm a bit behind there. Any other games anyone wants to mention that have come out this month or they've played?
I'm playing Ni no Kuni at the moment.
Oh yes,
The story's really good, and the cutscenes and the FMVs look amazing
Of course,
because they're
Studio
all
Ghibli.
done by Studio Ghibli.
Ghibli, yeah, that's
The
one.
in-game graphics are awful.
Yeah, I remember your rant about that.
Yeah,
You say
there
that
was
this
an
is PS1 grade.
they're kind of like PS2 grade.
Yeah.
They're kind of like PS2 grade graphics. The difference between in-game graphics and cutscene graphics is quite jarring. There's no smooth transitions at all.
It's amazing because Studio Ghibli's all about the visual.
The thing is, the backgrounds are quite nice.
Yeah,
but it was done on the
backgrounds.
Havoc engine.
I thought Havoc was physics though.
See, the thing is, being a sort of JRPG
Unreal.
style game, there isn't physics.
True, actually, so it was really a bit of a bad move to do that in the first place.
These Havoc engines, Unreal engines, they're all the same. They're just basically 3DS Max.
Speaking of which, by the way, have you seen the Unreal 4 tech demo?
Yeah,
Looks really good.
I saw that ages ago, and it was very, very impressive.
Oh yeah, there's a new one out. This called Infiltrator. It looks really good.
The one-
Everything's shiny there. That's my
the
only
one
flaw.
where
Is
he
it
shows
shiny
you
blue
working
blobs
in it.
falling into a town this time?
No, that on it. The one where he actually shows you him working and shows you how everything's in and
Oh no, it's a different tech demo. It's infiltrating this guy infiltrating this base.
No,
and then-
I watched the one where it was the guy who made the game. Made Unreal 4, and he was showing you how they used it, all the elements in it, and how everything was affected.
the one with the fiery Viking bastard.
Kind of that. They showed you how they built the entire set.
Yeah, I've seen that one. This is a completely new one, but came out about a few days ago. I think it's worth checking out. But sorry, back to Ni no Kuni. Sidetrack there.
Yeah. The only other thing I'd really say against it, because it is a really, really good game, is it's almost like they've tried to put too much in there.
I remember you mentioned this.
There's magic, there's fighting, there's a sort of Pokemon-ish creature capture element to it. There's alchemy in there, and it just seems like they couldn't quite decide what they wanted to focus on.
Yeah.
Like, essentially what it is, or at least what I predicted, it's basically, it's like 99% of the game is going to be tutorial.
Yeah, because it keeps giving you new things.
So that's fun, but like, no, really, like what I've seen played, like it is pretty goddamn good.
Yeah, I mean, you're speaking about too much going on. In a way, I can compare Bioshock Infinite to it because there's a lot going on there. I mean, it's trying to be a shooter yet introducing this impressive world and storyline, and as well as trying to we have these powers. It's a shooter. Your partner Elizabeth can tear things in the world and you got a contract in that.
Easy, save it for your review.
I'm just saying, my review's gonna be late though.
Does
anyway.
it suffer from the whole Japanese translation issues, of cultural things and shit like that?
Not really.
I mean, that's the thing. Like,
They've been pretty Western savvy, Ghibli have.
if you know anything about
Ghibli.
Japanese trends,
No, not Gimli.
like if you didn't know that they loved puns before, you will know that they love puns now.
They love puns now.
Exactly.
The whole concept.
The bear. Or is that I think of a completely different game.
You might be thinking of a different game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No, but basically everything is a
that's
reference.
Persona 4. Sorry, that's
Everything in this game, in the game so far, is basically a reference or a pun or something like that.
That's quite cool, actually.
Like-
They've always been Western savvy bells, the studio.
Yes, they have been. They've always had an eye on the international market, so it does translate okay. The whole concept of the way the worlds work is really good. That everything you do in one world affects another world. It is quite. When you can do that, it's quite limited.
Sorry about
Past that.
sorry about the cut, guys, but we
Run out of battery! Woo! Professional!
we ran out of battery, so we're not entirely sure where we got to, and we can't really be bothered to try and find out where. So
Over an hour here.
Sugarcoat it, Rick, please. Like, don't make us sound too incompetent.
Dude, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning.
it's late.
And it's over an hour's worth of footage to trawl through.
Yeah, that's your problem.
No, I thought you were editing the audio.
No, I can normalise the audio. I'm not editing it.
Oh, we don't need editing. Anyway, carry on. Let's carry on. My life is
That guy was
it's,
probably very shocked.
fun times.
I said I can normalise.
Anyway, yeah, you're on about Ni no Kunai N.
Yes.
I said M.
N. I've changed letter.
You've changed letter.
Yes.
N now?
Where's L though?
Elle's my little sister.
That's true. El's
True.
a little sister.
Ellie's my little sister.
But anyway, yeah, what was saying?
It's Death
Yeah,
Note in a different world. Female shit.
But
Wherever you
overall,
like.
yeah, the game is really good.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
There
That's
we
nice
go.
to wrap up. We don't know where we were.
Right,
I
Yeah.
don't know where we were. Whatever I was ranting about,
Next.
ignore it because it's a good game.
Right, what you got here?
Well, April releases next month. First up, Injustice. I'll bring that up because we've all played the demo, and I've got to say I really enjoyed what I played so far. It was really solid.
Yeah, it's really good fun.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the fighting system's solid. It does feel a little bit like Mortal Kombat, but just with different characters. But to be fair, it's going to have a bit of familiarity with it, which I kind of don't mind.
By God.
I don't know. Like, it's still one of those many games of okay. How the hell do I interact with this?
Batman.
What do I do with this? What exactly does this do? Could I have some more explanation, please, demo? Thank you. Okay, thanks.
Well, I'm
Batman.
sure it'll get elaborated on in the main release.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll explain it more in the actual final products because I mean, demos don't really want to tutorialize too much because I want to show the game, but it's a bit weird in that sense.
Yeah.
But it just looks goddamn awesome.
Yeah, I mean the whole storyline seems a bit weird in the backstory. Certain characters are killed and certain characters have come back in the actual game, like what's going on. I'm sure it's all explained, but it's really weird.
I think the demo might be just set in quite a strange place in the story, and maybe
Probably.
it would make more sense if it was the story.
Now, because the graphics and comics, graphic novels and comics that have been released are meant to be prequels, so I don't know. But it could be just somewhere else in the story, like I said.
No Judge Dredd. I don't understand it.
The thing is, though, you're saying that it's like a lot like playing Mortal Kombat. It does give you a lot of pickup and playability. Like,
Oh, definitely.
if you've played Mortal Kombat, or if you've played,
Which you
even
should
things
do,
like,
by the way.
or even things like Tekken or Street Fighter, it'll instantly feel familiar.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I mean, they've got that certain style and aesthetics to the games that has that familiar sort of feel by the looks of things, so I'm game for that.
Yeah, it's not exactly a true button basher.
Yeah, well, I was bashing buttons, to be fair, when I was playing as Batman, playing the demo, but for some reason I'm starting to get combos now in games. I think that's mainly thanks to DMC, Devil May Cry, because like that combo system's so fucking basic. Not bad in my eyes, but basic, so you can't helps you sort of get used to it in other games.
I did have that a lot in the demo. Oh, that was awesome! How the hell did I just do that?
Yeah, exactly. Like half the time in these games, I smash buttons, hope for the best, and there we go. I got through it.
Yeah, pretty much Street Fighter 4 all over again. How the hell did I do that? Right,
Right.
aim backwards with D-pads.
Let's try doing it again. Okay, that just failed.
Yeah. Right, what else you got here?
Just Dead Island, Riptide, and that's about it, really.
Not Dead Island Riptides.
No, Riptide. My handwriting's a bit shit. Sorry.
Yeah. Dead Island Riptide. Is that to do with water and ripping?
Basically, you know, Dead Island, the zombie survival game that had RPG elements to it.
More zombie stuff. This is just what the market needs. More zombies.
Yeah,
No more
it's
zombies,
basically
no more zombies
basically
now,
another game.
please.
It's basically another game of that, really.
Well-
I haven't really looked up on it, so I'm not sure. I've been
Is
games
it an
that was
expansion
interesting.
or like a sequel?
I'm not sure. I think it's kind of more expansion-y. I really haven't looked into it, to be honest. So, yeah, I should probably research this
I
more.
was saying, could have
No,
look at that one.
it's a sequel.
Oh, it's actually a full sequel, though.
Yeah, it's a full sequel, but it doesn't have the sequel title to it. It's another one of these originally slated as DLC and then changed. But
I have that feeling.
I think Riptide is basically being described as after the main campaign, you manage to escape, but you escape into a place that's even worse than where you were. So, like, the survivors carry on their story, and essentially it's just like the original game, but boosted up, all like the small tweaks fixed, you know, all that good jazz.
Oh, that's good. Thanks for clearing that up. There we go. That's Dead Island Riptide then. At least that clears it. I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to it, but the original Dead Island didn't really appeal to me at all. I mean, they released that burst trailer, which is really cinematic, dramatic, and emotional. It was just like go around, bash some zombies around the head, you know.
I really liked the concept of it, and it
Yeah,
was
good
really
concept,
decent.
I agree.
Like, I had a mate who had it, and he really loved it, mostly because it featured drop-in playability. So a lot of the time, like he was saying how other people were dropping into his game and just mucking with him, like, you know, people that he knew, like, and he just didn't realise they were in there. So
Yeah, it's kind of cool, that feature, to be fair. They have cool ideas, but it's just a bit too generic. I guess that's the whole zombie thing at the moment. As much as I love zombies, the market is very
fuck
saturated with them.
zombies.
No, honestly,
wouldn't
I
fuck
think
zombies.
this is the kind of the backlog now. Like you know, like these games were in development just as people were getting sick of them.
Dude,
So
like, when What's His Face is making a fucking zombie movie like that, what is it, like War Z movie or DayZ?
Oh god, War Z.
Yeah, well,
World
was,
War Z.
Who's the guy doing that?
I can't remember.
James Cameron.
I mean the actor, like.
it's Brad Pitt.
There you go. When Brad Pitt is doing fucking zombies, you know you've stayed too long.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the only exception to this whole rule of the zombie thing going downhill is The Last of Us.
No, like
Naughty Dog, because that's a bit unique.
because like I didn't say that it was going downhill. Like there's plenty of good zombie games out there.
there's
I'm
just too much of it.
fucking
It's just so
bored of them.
overdone.
Like this is the World War argument all over again. I'm sick and tired of shooting Nazis. I'm sick and tired of shooting zombies.
Aliens are
Are you
being
sick and tired of shooting zombie Nazis?
No, that's why I play Black Ops.
But really, like I can't agree more. I just like I've gotten so sick of zombies now that
Like,
Well,
Like-
you always said, like, it was one of those apocalypse things, wasn't it? You know, it's like, what will come first, the zombie apocalypse? We're having the zombie apocalypse. There's just so many zombies
everywhere.
yeah, and zombies are not a threatening enemy. Like Left 4 Dead, maybe, but every other fucking type of zombie, the only way they get you is by glomping you, and you know for a fact that you'd be able to kill all the zombies out before they glomped you.
Pretty much. I mean, like Walking Dead Survival Instinct, that's pretty crap and needs to kill the zombies. I mean, one of the tactics is just hide behind a door. Weapons come at you, and there's this scene where they grab you, and you can just do a quick time event. It's like, yeah, come on.
No, that's honestly the most realistic depiction of it. Like, all you need to do, like, it's like in the actual Walking Dead show, like when there's this guy stuck on a bus. Like he sort of like cuts his hand.
Yeah,
he pours a little blood on the side, and the zombie sort of sticks its head through. Like there's a whole group of them outside, so he lets
I
the
remember
zombie
that
stick
scene.
his
And
head
he just
through,
opens the door and
then
stabs
he
one of them,
batters
like
and then
bats them
pushes it
through,
out the
and
way.
keeps doing that.
Yeah, well, he does it for like 2 times, like. But
Yeah, he's seen do
like,
it 2 times, like. And
like
he
it's
probably carries
not
on.
it's not hard to do that shit. Like later on, they're showing you how people are using rats and cages to lure zombies into traps. Like it's not exactly fucking genius.
Zombies aren't the brightest creatures. Hell, they're just completely brain dead, obviously.
Like I say, the only kind of zombie that works in gaming, and the only kind of zombie that works in general, is the fucking Left 4 Dead zombies.
And that's kind of what The Last of Us is doing. They're doing the faster zombies, like, so I think that's why that'll work as well.
Have you seen the Sniper Elite Nazi zombies?
Yes,
I've
yes,
heard
I
that.
have.
Sounds
And
quite
shooting like that. Yeah,
Skeletons!
No, it sounds good right up until you realise that you pop 2 testicles on a dead fucking Nazi zombie.
Which kills it.
Yeah. Exactly. Apparently, even being undead doesn't prevent you from dying from testicle wounds.
You don't shoot a guy in the dick, that's not normal.
No,
That's cool.
it brings a whole new meaning to. He's got his brains down there, like, you know.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Oh yeah, god yeah.
But like, they've got like your bugs and the zombies, and they've got like explosive kamikaze zombies. And then you have like the big bruiser zombies walking around with an MG36. And then you got like skeletons. Magically animated skeletons that run at you really fast.
You know what I would like to do? I'd like to take an M60 to a horde of fucking skeletons. That sounds like fun.
That's
Like, fuck zombies, bring skeletons on. That would be a laugh.
You just see
no
bones
one-
flying everywhere.
No one does skeletons
We
anymore.
haven't done skeletons for a long time.
You can't really do much with just skeletons alone, though.
No, you can, because you can give them an M16. Like, you can give them, like, a fucking mech suit. Like, they're just skeletons.
Like,
It's skeleton.
Like, to be fair, it's
Because
basically.
I can't
Doctor
defeat the
Who.
purpose of having a skeleton.
Technically, Doom did it. Doom,
Like,
the
my
first
point-
Doom did it.
No,
That
to be
point's entirely valid. You
No,
do
second
what you
Doom,
want
sorry.
with them, and because of like the high texture and the high abilities, you could get some really good fucking damage on them bastards. Although flamethrowers wouldn't work too well.
But that's the thing, though. It's like it'd change it up a bit because, like, again, like in the fluff, like in like like skeleton lore, like most of the time it's like they're usually armed with something.
Yeah, exactly. It's not
So
fucking.
Yeah.
why not?
I've got to say, why not demons as well? Demons have been done, but not to the extent of zombies.
What about mummies?
'Cause, yeah.
Mummies need to
No, that's
come
true.
back.
Mummies are underrepresented in gaming. Like,
Exactly.
True.
We need
Just-
mummies
Have
back.
you played
The
the
undead
bowl?
that aren't zombies are at the minute very
That was monkeys.
yeah, exactly.
underrepresented in
Like,
gaming.
considering like
zombies.
skeletons and zombies are both the form of a zombie, like like
Well, we can't have ghosts anymore. Luigi's just ruined that for us.
like
Yeah, like Luigi sucked them all up.
Can't have vampires or werewolves either because Twice ruined that.
Well, no, that's movie franchise. But
Yeah,
That's
just
movie,
no. That's like films though. Films are
Gabriel
killing off.
Belmont would
Yeah.
disagree.
Like
Yeah,
that's
true.
Gabriel Belmont.
Gabriel Belmont would disagree a lot.
Actually, that's why there isn't any vampires and werewolves left. They're all scared.
No,
Gabriel
no scared
gone.
of Castlevania.
Gabriel gone. Good.
Gabriel gone yet?
It's safe.
No
We
shit.
could come. Oh, he's here!
You lied. Why would
What
you
is that?
lie?
Oh my god, why is that combat crossing my eye?
But yeah, that's just films though. Films are trying their damnedest to kill werewolves and vampires.
yeah,
Goblins.
Right.
That's what we need.
Red-
Goblins!
Goblins?
fucking do.
Oh,
We even had
We need David Bowie back as the Goblin King. In game form.
Yeah.
round control to Major Tom.
Please ignore my ugly stuffed crutch. Go my goblin horde. Press A to avoid the quick attack. I don't know. It's gonna run out of steam now. I'm sorry.
No, to be fair,
that's a good one.
the most one game that jumps to mind involving goblins is like Overlord. That was basically
yeah.
Pikmin with goblins, and
That was amazing.
I love that game.
Let's think like your orcs must die, like of orcs and men.
yeah,
Of orcs and men.
That had one badass goblin in it.
yeah.
Yeah, like it would be good if they brought that back. It was a good.
Kobolds.
Like, honestly,
Underrepresented in gaming kobolds.
It's like some
Bugbears! Yeah.
bugbears,
Owlbears.
With
owlbears.
fists.
Gelatinous cubes.
Yeah, like
to be fair, you got Minecraft for that.
Gelatinous cube.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. But what the hell is that? It's gross, there's a gelatinous cube in it. Oh god, it's eating me.
But like, look, they've got all this different choices to craft their survival horror games around. What do? Zombies.
Yeah, as long as they don't go to fucking ocean shit, I don't mind, because ocean shit's always boring. Like, with the one exception of Cthulhu. Like, that's the only
Like,
exception I'm willing to make. Otherwise...
Anything Lovecraftian you're okay with?
Well, not anything Lovecraftian, but, like, Cthulhu's cool. Like,
you don't really fancy a flying poplip?
No, like, when was the last time dolphins were good as an enemy? Like, when was the last time sharks
The
were
dolphins right people.
No, okay, I'll
In
give
real life. That's true.
I'll grant you the
I'm not joking, people. Look that up.
I'll grant you the one occasion sharks were good was in Saints Row where they had the shotgun.
The shotgun.
Fucking that was
And in
amazing.
Injustice, where Aquaman's actually decent and his
Yeah.
final attack involves a shark.
Yeah,
That's because they're basing it on the comic books of Aquaman, where Aquaman is a fucking badass.
But as far as I'm concerned, anything related to the water can just stay with Aquaman and his shithole of uselessness.
He would be completely undone by some sharp propellant bats,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. That's all you'd fucking need. Be sorted.
What are the strange creatures? Like Ents. Ents are underrepresented in gaming.
Like a
Where's
Triffid
just
video
all
game.
Triffid survival horror game.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That'd be brutal.
You know what? I think
Plants vs Zombies.
I think
There you go.
For some
Yeah,
reason,
let's
that
go
is a
zombies again.
that reminds me.
And
Of,
plants.
that reminds me.
Plants
I've
in
got
it.
to show you a film called Slug Attack. That's basically Plants vs Zombies. But
Oh dear.
like
Versus
I think I've solved this. You just use clone armies.
Clones.
Yeah, that way you can use the whole infiltration angle, and it would keep it interesting. And they'd be
Clones of what?
just people.
Bruce Lee.
People.
Oh, the clones of Bruce Lee.
Oh, that was amazing.
No, not Bruce Lee number
Clones of
3.
Willem Dafoe.
Well, if you're gonna clone
Clones of
anyone,
William Dafoe.
Oh god, why?
Oh God, no.
just
Just
remember don't
cause.
feed them grass after midnight.
What's like? Don't feed William Dafoe after midnight. Don't get him wet.
Like
Oh.
even
Don't get him horny.
Gremlins would
Don't
be
give him a
amazing.
cigarette.
Like they'd form up into that giant ball of gnashing death. Gremlins would be amazing.
Gremlins in videos. Yeah, look, we need Gremlins back.
Yeah, totally. That'd be wicked.
Or
Just in
critters.
video gaming.
Or
Critters.
critters.
Critters in Tribbles.
True.
Tribbles. Another thing
Critters
underrepresented in
versus
gaming.
goblins.
I mean, Tribbles
Not goblins,
specific to
critters
Star Trek.
versus Gremlins or so.
I don't know. Critters versus Gritters.
Listen,
Yeah, Grit. Yeah, driving Grit man versus goblins. Gotta run him down. They're behind us. Release the Grit, quick!
No,
Oh
no.
god, they're still coming. What?
No, that game's going to be called Carmageddon. Ian.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
someone's already doing it.
Yeah, of
I
course.
think you'll
it
find that's the sequel to Road Sweeper.
Street Sweeper Simulator.
Badass. Have you seen that game? It's amazing. You drive up one side of the road, turn around, and drive up the other side.
Fucking hell, that is some,
Amazing.
that is some intense gaming there.
So real.
So real. No, it can't
Oil
beat
rig
Farming
simulator.
Simulator. I'm sorry. Farming Simulator is where it's at.
Do you want to play Oil Rig Simulator?
I do, but
UK Truck Simulator? Any
It's-
Stobart
yeah.
truck? You could drive around as in any
You
Stobart truck.
know Farming Simulator, right? If you type that into YouTube, there's actually a massive mod community for Farming Simulator.
really,
Yeah,
Really?
but they only put in other farming instruments.
Okay.
they've missed a beat. What's wrong with them?
I
can't
just
really
want
see
to
them
have
with
like,
a dubstep gun.
I just want to have like one massive field of marijuana plants and
Yeah.
a massive field of poppy plants.
Yeah, and then you have to spend your entire time trying to scare
Trying to-
away Snoop Dogg. Like
keep on
That's what
Snoop
the
Dogg.
Snoop.
That's what the Snoop Dogg game is. It's a simulator where you grow your own weed. You got
I gotta tend this field of weed. I gotta tend that field of weed.
But most of the time you can't be fucked, so you get
All
sit there
suited
getting
fine.
Four,
stoned.
3, 2, and
one.
sued.
It was all 4G! Sue him! Fuck you!
His name's Ian Mawson.
Oh, no details, please. Thank you.
No details.
Keep
just
the
look
fan
up on
mail to
Facebook.
yourself.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Please post all comments. Actually, anywhere. Please post something.
Yeah, indeed.
Oh!
We're here!
Look
We exist, honest.
But yeah, I think this is it for the night. Really.
Yeah, I think we've.
Definitely bring up more random topics.
Yeah.
Topics. Another underrepresented.
Underrepresented.
In gaming, a top. When was the last time we saw a topic anyway?
Hot
topic.
topic. Damn it, Ian.
A topic chocolate.
Get out of my head.
Actually, that would be a really good concept. Is having you versus a building.
Me versus a building.
No. I mean, like you start either on the top or the bottom. The building's falling to pieces, and your idea is that you have to get to the top or the bottom.
That one's free, developers. That one's free.
No, it's not.
I don't think that does exist.
Ian
Ian
Morton.
On the Commodore 64, there was
Please
something
don't
like that
sue
where
me.
you had to hop over people.
Go to K forward
Trust
slash
me, I think that's all it literally was. You start from the bottom, you work your way up.
forward slash
See,
split
I think
I4.
like fucking
know what I-
games have been done to death.
You
Like-
know
I think
what?
that's the Ghostbusters one when you got to try to get up the stairs.
No. You know, like, I don't know why, it's just popped into my brain, but you know what would be really awesome as a video game?
What?
The Raid.
Oh,
That'd be
amazing.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, I severely want that.
That concept would totally work. Isn't
Can't
it?
wait for the sequel.
What?
Raid 2, yes.
Sequel's coming out.
Woo!
Yeah.
Raid 2!
It's set
Girly screams abound.
set 4 hours after the first one, except from instead of being in the one building, they're in an entire block, like an entire area.
Oh!
And they said that the gangs and the leaders there are going to make the people that were in the block look like pussies.
Wow! Can't
Ooh.
wait! Woo! Check it out, guys. Check it out.
Yeah.
The Raid.
Yeah, check out the first one definitely
it's-
because it's good.
Yeah.
It's
and
a-
support Judge Dredd. We need a sequel.
Yeah!
Yeah, go
Yes,
buy
yeah.
that shit.
And
Buy
don't
now.
support RoboCop because that's a piece of shit.
Exactly.
Well said, sir.
Robo thing, maybe.
Anyway, I think we had a
Reboot of RoboCop.
God damn
He
it.
does look like a Robo condom, ribbed for your pleasure.
Yeah, I think we Oh god.
He fucking does if you look at the. Whatever.
Is it even lubricated?
Like, and I dread to think what the Eds look like as well.
Wait a minute, who wants a ripped condom anyway? Ripped condom?
Ribbed.
Does it come cheese and a new flavour? Union Jack, cheese and a new flavour. If you know that reference, post it in the comments.
A black
still
Union
listening.
Jack, cheese and onion, ribbed RoboCop
Ribbed.
condom, ribbed.
That's it! We need our own Kickstarter!
Hi, this is work in progress here. We'd like to present to you our very first novelty condom series.
Now-
We want something that looks like RoboCod in Union Jack, ribbed, not ripped, but cheese and onion flavour.
Like, we feel at work in progress that there's something missing here.
I think we've got it so quite significantly.
There's a video to advertising beforehand.
Oh,
There's
well.
only one guy
I
or
think
one on the
that's
project
another
that
thing
can actually
that's
do
not
it so
represented
far.
enough is gaming and condom.
Yeah, Marty, get naked.
Gaming condoms!
Oh god, my glasses.
you gotta get
You have to start the trousers.
God damn it, man, keep your clothes on.
Marty's our test subject.
Oh god.
Well, hang on, yeah, that's a good point. You got game of food,
Yeah,
a game of drinks, so game of sex aids.
no, it's gonna be like, you Marcus Phoenix condoms, Yeah.
Marcus Venus strap-ons.
What one doesn't say one up on them, you know.
Like,
Is that going to be some kind of machine that's just got all aboard the coal train there?
Oh
Ah, that would be amazing.
god. That's a good one. That's a
So,
good
to
one.
once again lower the tone rate.
So what do we got?
Phil, you've got to appreciate.
You have
You
to
have got to
appreciate
appreciate.
But it's all good, it's all good.
Well, you
Anyway,
know
I
how
think
games
we've
work.
like
So,
done enough.
So,
Yeah.
on that note of filth and debauchery,
This is what happens when
Debacle.
you let us drink after.
This is what,
Fucking debacle.
like, probably the most interesting part of this blog, and I guarantee that, like, probably, like, most of the people probably aren't watching anymore. Because...
So, on a whole, so review the
Master Chief on the holes! Master Chief on the holes!
Oh god, what's going on?
They got it!
Is it bad that I forgot what
Borderlands?
that is?
Wait a minute. Would that mean you have like a Borderlands 2, like one of the seminal gun flashlights?
Oh, God. What?
Multiplayer on a whole. Why
Multiplayer?
Why is it?
No, it has to be Call of Duty then. If it's going to be like it has to.
Black Ops and eat Sheik.
Care package.
Oh, and not forgetting the companion cube.
The companion cube.
Yeah.
You would
It,
have
like-
that.
It keeps
Like,
you
hey
warm,
baby, want
and
to see my
it's
care
easy to clean.
package? I'll give you a few perks.
Oh, that was bad. That was
It's
so
meant to be bad.
Would that be? Would you call that the machine on the wall? The care package.
Oh
So you
yeah.
can just like select what you want.
I'll bring a whole new means care package inbound at least.
Hang on, baby. Hang on. I've just gone up to the toilet. Care package inbound.
The Skyrim.
Oh,
yeah.
You're getting into dirty tapestry with that.
Oh, god damn it. I think we'd better end.
Should we stop?
Yeah, I think we
need
should
to
stop
stop.
now.
We've deluded everyone's minds now.
Rick,
Everyone's minds are broken.
With the Skyrim, you'll thus road Daha.
Oh yeah. You've got to have different moves.
But you prefer one-handed or two-handed?
Oh.
Oh God! Go on, Chris. Go on.
No, I can't top that.
Well, one handed or two handed.
I know when to quit.
Quit while you're ahead.
Unlike this fucking whatever it is. Like,
I don't know anymore. It sounds like a fucking...
It's not a debate anymore. It's just brainstorming.
Pure ramble.
All right, everyone, we need to stop.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you for listening if you still are. Apologies for the debauchery and hope you have good evenings, mornings, afternoons, whatever time of day it is you're listening to this. Farewell.
Make progress. Bye!
Bye, sis!